This jade Buddha is much more valuable than medicinal materials. The clerk took me to the second floor. In the antique office, an old man in his 50s or 60s was painting. Uncle Bo, this gentleman has something to sell. The old man didn't even raise his head and said casually, Xiaoya, take a look for yourself. The female clerk looked at me helplessly, and I smiled and said, let Uncle Bo take a look himself. Hearing this, Uncle Bo finally looked up, with a hint of amusement in his eyes. Anyone who can enter my boya, Zhai, must be extraordinary. Xiaoya, pour tea for the guests first. I sat down, opened my bag, and took out the jade Buddha. The next second, two pairs of eyes were instantly fixed on the jade Buddha. Uncle Bo's eyes lit up, and he immediately put on his gloves and took a magnifying glass and a small light to examine it carefully. Xiaoya couldn't help but get closer and observed it intently. After a while, Uncle Bo handed her the jade Buddha and asked, tell me about it first. Xiaoya said seriously, this jade Buddha is of top quality in both carving and jade quality. The carving is delicate, the figures are lifelike, and even have a sense of compassion, which shows the exquisite craftsmanship. As for the material, it's delicate, light, and almost flawless. But I can't tell its age. Not bad. Uncle Bo nodded approvingly and looked at me. Brother, where did you get this thing from? I smiled slightly. It was handed down from my ancestors. Uncle Bo seemed to be thinking about something. And then he said seriously, this jade Buddha is very likely to be a unique piece. There are almost no Buddha statues with the same style on the market. I have been dealing in antiques all my life, but I have never seen similar carvings. So, it is difficult to set the market price, but its jade quality and carving are definitely valuable. I nodded. Then give me a price. Uncle Bo held up 3 fingers and said carefully, 3 million. 3 million. I narrowed my eyes slightly, feeling ecstatic in my heart, but I looked calm on the surface. Add a little more, and I'll sell this jade Buddha to you. If you add another 200,000, this friend will be the winner. Uncle Bo thought for a moment and finally nodded. Deal. 3.18 million.
Let's see.
Finally, the deal was done.
Landscape.
I asked for 2 million in cash, and the rest was deposited into my card. After all, the store didn't have that much cash, and I didn't want to be too conspicuous.
New level.
Walking out of the antique shop, I took a deep breath and raised my lips slightly. Medicinal materials plus jade Buddha, total income, 3.61 million. Cost, 500 kilograms of corn. This deal is amazing, now that I have my first pot of gold. The next step is to plan how to maximize the advantages of trading in these two worlds. So far, my road to making money has officially begun. After leaving the antique shop, I found a corner without cameras and put the cash into the game warehouse. Today is a good day, suitable for rewarding myself. After thinking for a while, I decided to buy a car, first to fulfill my long-cherished wish. The goal is to buy a tank 300. I took a taxi to the 4S store. An hour later, the formalities were completed, and I was able to drive on the road with a temporary license. Driving the gray Thailand small tank, I went straight to the mall to buy clothes, shoes, and daily necessities.
My computer's a
I have several sets of clothes for each season, mostly casual and sporty. After buying clothes, I first put the items in the car, store them in the warehouse, and then go to the supermarket. This time I went shopping. I had to stock up on enough daily necessities. I had to fill up 3 shopping carts with all kinds of snacks, fruits, fresh vegetables, and condiments. I haven't bought rice, flour, grain, or oil yet, so I have to go to the wholesale market to buy them. After shopping, I drove out of the mall, put all the supplies in the warehouse, and then went straight to the wholesale market. I went to the wholesale market and bought 100 bags of bulk rice and 100 bags of flour. I packed all these things into unmarked woven bags to avoid being noticed. Then I went to the flour mill and bought some bran. After all, we couldn't let the hired refugees eat all white flour buns. That would be too extravagant. I also prepared some grains and cornmeal, which might be needed in the future. I went to the suburbs and rented a warehouse for 20,000 yuan to hide my trucks. When all the goods were delivered to the warehouse, I locked the door and put them into the game warehouse. After finishing all this, I drove to the seed station to buy vegetable and fruit seeds. In the future, I will grow some green organic vegetables in the back garden of the other world. This life will be perfect. It's okay to lie down, but you have to lie down healthily. On the way back to the city, I suddenly thought of a business opportunity to make money, grow green agricultural products in the other world, and sell them at a high price in the modern world. But then I shook my head. It's troublesome. What about contracting land, hiring employees, and approval procedures? Forget it. Let's just enjoy life. Anyway, I can make millions just by dealing in some medicinal herbs, so why bother? When I returned to the village, my tank 300 immediately attracted the attention of the villagers. Lenny bought a car. This car is so big. It must have cost a lot of money. It's made in China, not much. I answered casually and drove home. If you have money, you should enjoy it, no matter what others say. After parking the car in the yard, I was about to put in the warehouse, but I received a prompt. The warehouse needs to be upgraded and large objects cannot be stored at present. It seems that the game warehouse is not omnipotent. It's a little regretful, but it's not worth worrying about such a small matter. As the sky gradually darkened, I locked the car in the door and started teleporting directly. In another world, early morning. When I opened my eyes, I saw two big black dogs squatting at the door, staring at me eagerly. Xiao was waiting at the door obediently, holding the water for washing her face. Why didn't you call me? I threw 2 bones to the black dog and invited Xiao to come in. Xiao whispered, Grandpa said yesterday that he doesn't like to be disturbed when he sleeps, so I waited outside the door. You are so sensible. Here, I'll give you a reward. I took out a red butterfly hairpin and handed it to her. Xiaoxiang's eyes lit up, but she hesitated and said, Master, this is too precious. I can't take it.
Let it go
Do you like it?
downwards. Go
I
up.
pinched her chin and teased her deliberately. I like it. She lowered her head shyly. Then take it. It's a reward for me. Don't refuse it. Xiaoxiang hugged the hairpin excitedly. Thank you, Master. I turned my eyes and said with a smile, Just thank you verbally? Then how do you thank me? Master, whatever Master says is fine. After an hour of morning exercise, I feel refreshed. The Ren and Du meridians that have been blocked for more than 30 years seem to be unblocked. Xiaoxiang collapsed on the bed, her face flushed, and she didn't even want to move. Xiaoxiang, look at the new clothes I bought for you. I smiled and took out a bikini and waved it in front of her. Xiaoxiang stared at the clothes with so little fabric and confusion and asked curiously, Master, what kind of clothes are these? Why? There's so little fabric. Come, I'll help you put it on. A few minutes later, Xiaoxiang stood in front of me, too embarrassed to know what to do. She said in a low voice, Master, you are so bad. My eyes were burning, and I couldn't help but want to do it again, but I touched my sore waist and finally held back. People should know how to control themselves. These days have just begun, so I can't play too hard. Back in the room, I took out a Chong Sam from the storeroom and handed it to Xiaoxiang. Although the girl was thin, she had a nice curve, and she looked very charming in the Chong Sam. After admiring her for a while, I was satisfied and asked her to help me wash and eat.
Okay.
After dinner, I chose a room in the backyard to use as a warehouse and stored some grain, vegetables, meat, and fish in it. I gave the key to Xiaoxiang for safekeeping. Feeling my trust, Xiaoxiang was so moved that tears welled up in her eyes. Her little mouth pouted and tears fell down. I didn't know whether to laugh or cry, so I took out a piece of candy and stuffed it in her mouth. Don't cry. Open your mouth. I'll give you something sweet. Xiaoxiang thought I was going to bully her again, so she closed her eyes shyly. But suddenly she tasted a sweet taste in her mouth and opened her eyes in surprise. Is it delicious? I asked with a smile. Xiaoxiang's eyes sparkled and she mumbled, Yeah, so sweet. Seeing her like this, I simply stuffed a few more pieces into her hands and said, Take it. This is a reward from me. She held the candy carefully, happy like a child. Okay, go steam the buns. Let Annie help you. Got it, sir. In the backyard, the hired workers were working. Yi Shao I was directing them. When she saw me coming, she immediately trotted over and shouted with a smile, Good brother. This girl is really getting more and more fluent.
Forget how to
Good morning,
do
boss.
this.
Several hired workers also bowed and saluted. I looked around and found that there were still 7 workers left from yesterday. It seemed that all those who were lazy and slacking off had been fired. Those who slacked off yesterday will have to go hungry today. Those of you who stayed, cherish this opportunity. If you work hard, I won't treat you unfairly. After hearing this, several people nodded and worked even harder. I handed some seeds to the hired workers, taught them how to plant them, and then walked away and became a hands-off manager. Pulling Yi Shao to the pavilion, I took out melon seeds, candies, and snacks, and we started eating together. Is it delicious? I peeled a melon seed and passed it to her. Yi Shao took a bite of the spicy strips, her tongue sticking out in her mouth, and she gasped because of the spiciness. It's delicious, but it's really spicy.
No, that's not it.
Here, have a drink. I took out a Coke, unscrewed the cap, and handed it to her. Without thinking much, she took it and took a big gulp. Then, choked to death. She coughed violently, tears streaming down her cheeks. Ah, this is called Coke, a newly invented alcoholic beverage. Yi Shao'd I recovered and took another sip, then said in amazement, there are so many bubbles in my mouth, it's amazing. It's even better with spicy noodles. Sure enough, the combination of spicy noodles and cola conquered her, and she ate it with gusto. I wonder if she would like it more if she ate hamburgers? In the kitchen, Xiaoxiang and Ye's mother had already steamed a large pot of steamed buns. The buns were made of white flour, but mixed with a lot of bran and wild vegetables, and looked no different from ordinary buns. Xiaoxiang, Aunt Yi, please help me wash the vegetables. I'll make pork stewed with vermicelli. When they heard that I was going to cook myself, they widened their eyes in surprise, but still obediently went to wash the vegetables. Heat oil in a pan, stir-fry sugar color, add pork, and add cooking wine to remove the fishy smell. Add light soy sauce and dark soy sauce together, and the aroma will waft while stir-frying, making everyone in the room drool with greed. Once the seasonings such as peppercorns, aniseed, bay leaves, cinnamon, etc. are added, the whole yard is filled with the rich aroma of meat. My God, it smells so good. Xiaoxiang swallowed her saliva and whispered. I raised my eyebrows proudly, letting them see the power of technology and hard work. However, at this moment, bang, bang, bang. The government is investigating a case. Open the door. There was a violent knock on the door, accompanied by the majestic shouts of the Yamen runners. Xiaoxiang turned pale instantly and looked at me in panic. Master, could it be that those people of One-Eyed Dragon have reported to the police? His mother also looked nervous. She had just found a meal ticket, so it wouldn't be gone so soon, right? I patted the back of Xiaoxiang's hand and comforted her. Don't be afraid. We haven't broken any laws or done any evil. Even if the King of Heaven comes, we are not afraid. Although I am not afraid, I cannot confront him head-on. After all, this is a big problem and I have to be careful. While thinking about countermeasures, I walked to the door and opened it myself. Gentlemen, what can I do for you? I looked at the people outside the door. Leading the group was the county magistrate, followed by several constables and bailiffs. The magistrate walked into the courtyard and asked coldly, Are you Lin Yi? Yes. Yesterday, Long Air and his gang came to your house to cause trouble, and you let the dog bite them. Is that true? If you are referring to the one-eyed man, then that's correct. Stop talking nonsense. Just tell me, yes or no? A constable next to him shouted. I said calmly, I just arrived in Lanyan County and bought Xiaoxiang, a maid who sold herself to bury her father, but that group of people broke into my house and tried to rob me. If I didn't hand it over, they would beat me to death. My dog was protecting its owner, and when it saw them fighting, it rushed forward to bite them. In the end, the gang of hooligans were bitten and fled in panic. How dare you? The magistrate waved his sleeves and shouted, You killed them, and now you are pretending to be a victim. Come on, arrest this murderer. The next moment, several constables drew their swords and put them on my neck. The atmosphere froze instantly. Chapter 10, The Olive Branch from the Magistrate. It's unfair. Your Excellency, it's unfair. Before Lin, he could plead for mercy. Xiaoxiang ran out of the house crying. At this time, she was still disheveled and had changed into her old shabby clothes. She didn't look as fragrant as she had just now. Who are you? What injustice have you suffered? The magistrate looked at Xiaoxiang and asked. Xiaoxiang knelt before the magistrate and said with her head down, I am Xiaoxiang, the maid bought by my master. My master is a good man. He saw me selling myself to bury my father and bought a coffin for me, but he didn't want me to work like a slave. How could such a person kill people? Well, that makes sense. The county magistrate nodded, but suddenly looked at Lin. Why don't you do it? I don't understand what you mean, sir. Lin, he said lightly. I have already sent someone to investigate. You went to the city gate to recruit workers yesterday and showed off your martial arts skills. I'm afraid that none of us are your match. Why didn't you resist? Lin, he hurriedly said, You are joking, sir. I am just a commoner. How dare I attack you? Besides, I learned some skills just to strengthen my body, not to do evil and violence. From the clues we have found so far, you're the only one who has the ability and motive to kill Ruji and his men. At this point, the magistrate changed the subject and said, But we checked your whereabouts yesterday. When Long Air and his men got into trouble, you had just come out of the medicine shop and had no time to commit the crime. Moreover, Long Air and his men are now missing, and even the person who reported the case can't explain what happened. So I have decided to classify this case as an unsolved case. We will talk about it later when we find clues. Hearing this, Lin, he was a little confused. The magistrate smiled and waved his hand, signaling his subordinates to let go of Lin. Lin E, just now I was in front of your house, and suddenly I smelled a strange fragrance that made my mouth water. I wonder what it is. I'm researching a new dish. Could you please let me taste it? Lin E quickly interjected. Of course. I'm curious about what kind of dish can produce such a fragrant aroma. Please come in, sir. Lin E pretended to be respectful and invited the county magistrate to go to the kitchen. The closer you are to the kitchen, the stronger the aroma becomes, almost making you dizzy. At this moment, the county magistrate couldn't help swallowing. The other constables and bailiffs also raised their voices and poked their heads into the kitchen. These days, even the government detectives and yamen runners couldn't get enough to eat, let alone such delicious meals. Sir, please sit here. Lin E invited the magistrate to sit at a table under the pavilion, and then asked someone to go to the kitchen and serve a bowl of freshly cooked pork stewed with vermicelli. There are also a few steamed buns with wild vegetables and grains. Sir, please enjoy it. Lin E handed over a pair of chopsticks and said. The magistrate had been so greedy that he took the chopsticks and stuffed a big bite into his mouth. He chewed slowly for a few times, then started eating in big mouthfuls. Soon, the 2 steamed buns and a bowl of pork stewed with vermicelli were finished. Listening to the slurping sound of the vermicelli, the constables and yamen runners drooled, and their eyes were as big as copper bells. Qiu Xiang, Aunt Yi, quickly serve a bowl to the other officials and bring up the freshly steamed buns. Lin E ordered hurriedly. A few minutes later, the only sound in the yard was the clatter of noodles. Lin E served another bowl to the magistrate. He looked like he hadn't eaten enough. After finishing another bowl of food, the county magistrate smiled with satisfaction. Lin E, your cooking skills are very good. Come to the county government office to see me some other day, and we can study it together. It's my honor. The magistrate stood up, looked at his subordinates, and said, Are you all full? It's time to go back. From now on, you all need to take care of the Lin residents and stop letting those messy people come and disturb us. I obey your command. Thank you, sir. Lin E sent everyone to the door and asked Qiu Xiang to fill a small porcelain bowl with pork stewed with vermicelli for the magistrate to take away. The magistrate smiled with satisfaction. Lin E, don't forget to come to me some other day. Yes, I will definitely go. Lin E responded quickly. After watching the magistrate and others leave, Lin E returned to the yard with a calm face, and then asked Qiu Xiang to go to the back garden to invite everyone to dinner. The delicious pork stewed with vermicelli made the hungry refugees almost eat their tongues. After eating this meal, they would have no regrets even if they died immediately. Compared to the hired workers who were only given 2 steamed buns each, Yi Xiaodai, her daughter, and Qiu Xiang had no limit. Yi Xiaodai was trained in martial arts and had a bigger appetite than the average woman. She ate 5 large steamed buns and 2 large bowls of vegetables by herself. After eating, the workers continued to work in the backyard, while Lin E called Yi Xiaodai and Qiu Xiang to the study. Xiaodai, please go out and help me find out what our county magistrate likes. I have to visit the county government office tomorrow and buy some gifts. Lin E said, Okay, I'll go right away. After Yi Xiaodai left, Lin E let Qiu Xiang sit on his lap, pinched her little face, and said with a smile, You deliberately made yourself so dirty just now. Are you worried that those officials will take a fancy to you? Qiu Xiang hummed. This servant is worried that she will cause trouble for you again. Don't always be a slave. From now on in this house, you will be my housekeeper. Didn't I give you the key to the storeroom? Thank you for your trust, master. The better you treat me, the more I will know my limits. Then you'll be my slave. In front of other people, you are the steward of our Lin family. Lin E hugged Qiu Xiang's soft body and kissed her hard. By the way, you must use the toothpaste I gave you regularly every day. It is for maintaining your teeth. I like your teeth. They are white and neat. You must protect them well. Lin E reminded. I'll remember this. And remember to take a shower every day, and don't be afraid of wasting firewood. Also, you need to gain some weight. I like to have a little bit of meat on my body, but of course not too much. Then I will eat more at every meal from now on, and try to gain weight quickly so that the master will like me more. Qiu Xiang, I'm holding you, and now I'm thinking about what to do. Lin E was a little distressed. This man, who had just tasted meat, was like a wild cat that had tasted meat. He always felt that it was not enough. But he is not a young man after all, so he still needs to pay attention to taking care of his body. Qiu Xiang will always be yours, so you need to take care of your health. Qiu Xiang said considerately, I'll go to the pharmacy and get you a prescription to nourish your body. I'll go by myself. I'm planning to go to the pharmacy too. Call Aunt Yi, and then go to the backyard and ask 2 hired workers to follow you. Go buy some chickens, ducks, piglets, and lambs, and raise them in the backyard so that it will be convenient to eat meat in the future. Lin wanted to eat healthy food as soon as possible. After arranging these things, Lin gave Xiaoxiang some silver and went to the pharmacy. Mr. Lin, you are here again. What would you like to change today? The waiter was very enthusiastic when he saw Lin Yi. Bring me your 200-year-old ginseng. Chapter 11, Free Cordyceps sinensis. I got rich this time. Yesterday, Lin Yi dealt with the group of people led by One-Eyed Dragon and stole several hundred taels of silver. At first, he didn't think too deeply about it, thinking that a few hundred taels of silver were not much. When I watched costume dramas in the past, I could easily take out dozens of taels of silver. The assets of wealthy landlords and corrupt officials started at tens of thousands of taels. But then I thought about it and realized that wasn't the case. At least in the Dragon Kingdom, which was just beginning to gain stability in the world, a few hundred taels of silver was definitely a huge sum of money. Take the ginseng in the medicine shop, for example. A 200-year-old ginseng sells for 50 taels of silver. If Lin he wanted to exchange it for grain, he would need 50 stones, and it had to be top-quality rice. From this, we can see that the purchasing power of silver is still very strong. 1 tael of silver can buy a stone of high-quality rice. If we calculate that 1 tael of silver is worth 1,001 and 1 dan weighs 100 jin, then 10 one can buy 1 jin of good grain. It seems that not only is food expensive in Longhua, but silver is also in short supply. For Lin Yi, it is obviously much more cost-effective to buy ginseng with silver than to exchange it with grain. Upon learning that Lin Yi had arrived, the shopkeeper came out to greet him personally. Now he is also considered a VIP customer. Mr. Lin, please have some tea. The shopkeeper was very polite and served tea specially. You are too polite, shopkeeper. I came here today mainly to buy some ginseng, just in case. I wonder if you can part with your treasure, the treasure of the store? Mr. Lin, you know that is the treasure of our store, so you dare not sell it. It would be enough for you to buy some 200-year-old ones. The shopkeeper said with a wry smile. You really can't give it to me? No, and I can't make the decision. Then when your boss comes, please ask for me, and we can negotiate the price. Okay, next time I see the boss, I will ask for you. Shopkeeper, do you know anything about our county magistrate? Lin, he asked casually. The shopkeeper stroked his goatee and said with a smile, You've asked the right person. Our master is from the same hometown as our boss. Oh, tell me about it soon. I plan to visit you tomorrow and ask you to give me some advice. Next, the owner of the drugstore told Lin a brief account of the magistrate. Of course, these are all things that can be said, such as name, where one is from, what one has done, some hobbies, and so on. Half an hour later, Lin he had some basic understanding of the official of Lanyan County. I also have an idea about the visit tomorrow. Brother, I heard that something happened to Long Air and his group. Lin took a sip of tea and mentioned it casually. That's right, I just heard the news too. But Long Air has done so many evil things, and he deserves it. Didn't you see that people are clapping and celebrating? This guy bullies men and women and has done so many bad things, but no one cares. There must be someone behind this, right? Brother, don't you know? The shopkeeper asked, and then he slapped his head and said, I forgot that you just moved to Lanyan County. Brother, tell me what's going on. Lin, he subconsciously took out a cigarette and handed it over. What is this? This is called a cigarette. When you have something on your mind, or when you visit a brothel, you can have one, and that's a real enjoyment. As the saying goes, a cigarette after the event makes you feel as happy as a god. Lin Yi said, and gestured to the shopkeeper. When the lighter emitted a flame, the shopkeeper was startled again. Don't be afraid. This thing is a fire starter. I made it myself. It's more convenient to use. My brother is really clever. Next, the shopkeeper also tried smoking a cigarette. It felt really good to puff out smoke. The two of them chatted more and more speculatively, and Lin Yi also learned a lot about the distribution of local forces in Lanyan County. Brother, it's getting late, and I should leave. I'll invite you to Fengxiang's High for a drink some other day when I'm free. You're welcome, brother. I'll treat you some other day.
We need to figure out how to straighten up all of these, because they're not straight.
Can you give me another cigarette?
What
No
the
problem.
hell?
I'll give you all these, and this lighter as well. Lin, he took out a handful of cigarettes without filters and gave them to the owner of the drugstore along with the lighter. The shopkeeper was immediately
What is
surprised
this?
and thanked him repeatedly. When we arrived at the medicine shop in front, The waiter had already packed the 230-year-old ginseng in a box.
What the hell?
Lin bought 3 more plants that were more than 100 years old. As for those that were several decades old, forget it, as he looked down on them. In view of the rapidly heating up relationship between the two, the shopkeeper directly gave the cost price. As a courtesy, Lin didn't bother to be polite with him. Hey, isn't this Cordyceps sinensis? Before going out, Lin suddenly saw some Cordyceps sinensis that looked like dead branches in a bag in the corner behind the door. Hey man, what is this? Lin pretended not to know it, squatted down, and took a look at it, and confirmed that it was Cordyceps sinensis. A merchant brought it back from the western regions. He said it can be soaked in water and is good for the body. We don't know how to use it, so we just left it here. I'm studying tea ceremony recently. How about using this stuff to make tea? Man, please sell it to me. Why are you selling it? It's not worth much. Just take it away. How can that be so embarrassing? Given our friendship, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Take it all. It won't take up any more space. Then, thank you very much, bro. After thanking the shopkeeper again, Lin took the ginseng, cordyceps, and some nourishing medicine and left the pharmacy. I'm rich. Lin walked home excitedly. In modern times, Cordyceps sinensis is sold by gram or by root. Good quality ones cost about 100 yuan each. If all were sold at this price, I would make at least 1 million this time. What's more, they are all free, making huge profits without any investment. After leaving the main street, Lin looked around to see if there was anyone around, so he put the Cordyceps sinensis and ginseng into the warehouse. Then he returned home, carrying a few packets of medicine. At this time, Yi Xiaodai had returned and was waiting for him near the door. Good brother. Yi Xiaodai came over. Xiaodai, how's the investigation going? Lin did not correct Yi Xiaodai's address.
That's why, okay.
It's just a name. You'll get used to it after calling it this way. Yi Xiaodai nodded and reported. The county magistrate's name is Song Yao, the Yao of Yao, Shun, and Yu. He was transferred from the capital to Lanyun County. It is said that he came here by the order of the Empress to deal with the previous civil unrest. After the civil unrest was resolved, Lord Song stayed. This Mr. Song has a good reputation. He is not greedy or possessive, and he is very good to the people. This can be seen from the current situation in the county. His only hobby is eating delicious food. He also likes to cook on weekdays. Sometimes he will invite some friends to taste his dishes. Hearing this, Lin nodded. This was similar to what he had inquired from the owner of the drugstore. He made a friend of a county magistrate who loved gourmet food. With modern technology and hard work, all kinds of messy additives, it won't be over until he is confused by the fragrance. Chapter 12. The old bachelor becomes a hot commodity and offers his daughter to live with him. Master, we are back. At this time, Qiuxiang and Ye's mother also came back. 2 hired workers followed behind, one pulling a wooden cart with a cage on it and a few sheep tied to the back. The other one had a few half-grown piglets tied up with ropes. They were grunting and looked quite happy. Not bad. Did you buy a few chickens and ducks? Lin smiled, took out a small handkerchief, wiped the sweat from Qiuxiang's forehead, and gave the handkerchief to Qiuxiang. Thank you, sir. Qiuxiang bowed to express her gratitude. Then she replied, there are not many chickens and ducks in the market, and they don't look very energetic. I and Madame Yi went to the village below and took a walk. These sheep and piglets were all collected from the wealthy families in the village. There are 20 chickens and 10 ducks. That's good, but still too little. Next time I'll go to the village with you, and we'll collect some more. Master, food is in short supply now, and there are fewer families raising livestock and poultry than before. The village I went to only has these. If I go again, I will have to change to another village.
Okay.
Qiuxiang added, that's true. The wild vegetables outside are all being dug up, so there's nothing left for the poultry and livestock to eat. Okay, take these to the backyard first. Master, there's one more thing. I acted on my own without your consent. Please punish me. Qiuxiang said timidly. What's the matter? Lin asked curiously. Qiuxiang is a sensible person and would not do such an outrageous thing. Qiuxiang lowered her head like a child who had done something wrong and said, I met a pair of siblings in the village. Their parents were both dead. I felt sorry for them, so I brought them back. My lord, please be merciful and see if you can take them in. Where's the person? Bring him here so I can see him first. Come here. Qiuxiang shouted towards the door and then saw his sister of 15 or 16 years old dragging a little boy of 7 or 8 years old, walking in nervously. Please take me in, sir. I could do everything. I eat very little. Just give me some snacks every day. I just hope my brother can stay with me. As soon as the brother and sister came in, they knelt down in front of Lin Yi. Lin Yi took a look at his sister. She was pretty, but she was too thin, as skinny as a stick. However, due to years of famine, the landlords have no surplus food, and there are not many fat people. People like Qiu Xiang and Yi Xiaodai are already considered good. Qiu Xiang, you are the housekeeper. What errands do you think you can assign to them? I dare not. Everything is up to you, master. Qiu Xiang knelt down with a plop. Lin Yi looked at the brother and sister and asked, what are your names? My name is Xiaochan, Jiao Xiaochan, and my brother is Jiao Sanhua. This is a good name. It matches our Xiaodia's name. Lin Yi smiled and said, why is your brother called Sanhua? We also have an older sister named Jiao Xiaoi. She was taken to the capital, and we haven't heard from her since. Jiao Xiaochan replied, you all know how difficult it is to have food to eat in this situation. I hope you can cherish this opportunity. Thank you, master. Thank you for taking us in. We will definitely work hard and serve you well. Jiao Xiaochan was quite smart. Upon hearing this, she immediately pulled her brother to kowtow to Lin Yi. At this time, Yi Xiaodai suddenly came to Lin Yi and said, good brother, I think Sanhua is a good kid. Oh, suitable for martial arts training. Yi Xiaodai nodded. Sanhua, from today on, you will practice martial arts with Xiaodai. Xiaochan, you will be responsible for taking care of the chickens and ducks. Aunt Yi, please help them settle down first. After sending everyone away, Lin Yi let Qiu Xiang get up and took her back to the room. Master, Qiu Xiang was wrong. Please don't be angry with me, okay? As soon as she entered the room, Qiu Xiang knelt in front of Lin Yi again. Lin Yi hooked her chin, asked her to raise her head, gently pinched her cheek, and said, what's wrong with you? I shouldn't make decisions on my own. Wrong. Your mistake is not in making decisions on your own, but in not trusting people casually, and even more so, not bringing people back casually. Do you know who they are? What if they are scammers? What if they are robbers? You know what the world is like outside now. If you bring bad people home, do you know what the consequences will be? Lin, he said seriously. I'm sorry, I know I was wrong. I didn't think too much about it. Qiu Xiang was so scared that she dropped her golden beans again. Get up. Lin, he pulled her up, let her sit in his arms, and said, I know you are kind-hearted, but sometimes the people you want to help may very well want to hurt you. People's hearts are treacherous, so you must be careful in the future. I'll remember that. Master, are you not angry anymore? That depends on how you calm me down. Qiu Xiang blushed, and then knelt down again. In the evening, Lin Yi asked Qiu Xiang to accompany him for dinner. He drank some tonic medicine and then returned to his room. Qiu Xiang cleaned up the dishes and came to the kitchen. Mother Yi hesitated and said, Miss Qiu Xiang, I think the boss likes you very much, so why doesn't he let you serve him at night? Qiu Xiang said shyly, I don't like to be disturbed when I sleep, otherwise I won't be able to rest well. I see. Mother Yi nodded and asked again, Miss Qiu Xiang, what do you think of our Xiaodai? Sister Xiaodai is very good. She is pretty and also good at martial arts. I think highly of her. What I mean is, how about marrying our boss? Even as a concubine, Xiaodai will have someone to rely on when I die. Ye's mother said, this? I don't know. You have to ask me. And what does Xiaodai think? The boss is a kind man. As long as he is willing, he will definitely treat Xiaodai well in the future, and I will rest assured. As for Xiaodai, she doesn't know anything, so I, as her mother, can make the decision for her. Mother Yi held Qiu Xiang's hand and begged, Miss Qiu Xiang, if you have a chance in the future, can you ask for me what the boss means? Qiu Xiang thought for a moment and said, Auntie Yi, I am a good man. Even if Xiaodai didn't marry him, he would still take care of her. As for what you said, I can pass on the message for you. As for how to say it, you should go and tell me yourself. Thank you so much, Miss Qiu Xiang. If it works out in the future, you will be the benefactor of both mother and daughter. I don't dare to be your benefactor. Let's just be a family. Just take good care of me and manage this family for me. Miss Qiu Xiang is right. Lenny didn't know that he had been favored by Aunt Yi and was going to be made her son-in-law. Now he has returned to the modern era. He took out his cell phone, called the heads of several pharmacies in the city into a group, and then took a photo of the Cordyceps sinensis and 100-year-old ginseng. Boss, take a look at these good things and see if anyone needs them. The highest bidder wins. After sending the message, Lin Yi rode his electric tricycle to the town. He had to buy some fertilizer and plant wheat today. If he finds something suitable, he plans to buy a few piglets and lambs, as well as some chickens, ducks, and other animals and raise them here. The backyard of my house is quite big, and it would be a pity to leave it empty. I can raise some poultry and livestock to pass the time. Chapter 13. 100-year-old ginseng sold at a sky-high price. More than an hour later, Lin returned from town. He bought fertilizer and wheat seeds, 6 piglets, and 6 half-grown lambs. Everything went smoothly. I bought more chickens, ducks, and geese, more than 100 in total, and also a few dogs. 2 of them were adult wolfhounds, so mighty and tall that they looked scary. This is used to guard the house. There are also 3 puppies, and Lenny plans to raise them from a young age. Put 1 big wolf dog in the front yard and 1 in the backyard, and let the puppies run freely in the yard. Pigs, sheep, chickens, ducks, and geese were all thrown in the backyard. He sprinkled corn kernels, used bran cornmeal, and chopped cabbage to mix a large bowl of food, and then he left it alone. There are trees and grass in the backyard, and there are insects in the grass and the soil. Let them find food for themselves. After finishing his work, he finally had time to look at his phone. But I saw dozens of missed calls and hundreds of messages in the group. I opened it and took a look and found that the missed calls were all from the managers of those pharmacies. The news in the group was that several responsible persons were bidding for cordyceps and ginseng. The price of cordyceps has been driven up to 200 yuan per piece, while the price of 100-year-old ginseng has reached 3 million yuan. By this time, the atmosphere in the group was already tense, and it was about to escalate into personal attacks. Lenny quickly said, "Bosses, calm down. I'm just going to the town. Why are you still arguing? Brother Lin, you finally said something. If you continue like this, we will start fighting." Chun Jia, the manager of Ingbin Pharmacy, said with a wry smile, "Mr. Lin, please name a price. As long as this old ginseng is pure wild, we at CI Shangtang will take it no matter how much it costs," said Lin Siki, the person in charge of CI Shangtang Pharmacy. "Are you the only one with money, CI Shangtang? We, Xinglong Pharmaceutical, will follow you to the end and take any amount of money." Zhao Long shouted angrily, "Brother Lin, please say something. What are you going to do with these things?" Finally, Yang Xiaowei, the head of Taiyang Pharmaceutical, spoke. Lenny thought for a while and said, "We all know each other. There's no need to argue over such a small thing. How about this? The 4 families divide these cordyceps equally. And as for this old ginseng, each of you will make a secret bid, and the one with the highest bid will win. What do you think? How do I bid for this secret bid? You send it to me privately. For the sake of fairness, each person is only allowed to bid once. After the time is up, I will send your quoted prices to the group in the form of screenshots. Do you have any objections?" Lenny said, "This is a good method. I have no objection." Yang Xiaowei said first. "Okay, I agree. I agree. Agree. Since everyone agrees, please send me your prices now. You have 5 minutes to consider. After 5 minutes, I will post everyone's bids, and those who don't bid will be considered to have given up. Start the timer now." As soon as Lin sent the message, Chun Jia sent the price. The offer price is 4 million. To be honest, this price is already very high. Lin had checked on the internet before. Although 100-year-old ginseng is
I
rare,
need to figure out how to
2
straighten
or
out
3
these.
million is about the same. Of course, Lenny would not think that they were fools. We are all businessmen. No one will do something that is not profitable. Then, in less than a minute, the other 3 also sent their prices. The highest bid was from Zhao Long of Xinglong Pharmaceutical, who offered a price of 8.88 million. The second is Lin Siki of CI Shangtang with 8 million, with only a difference of 880,000. As for Yang Xiaowei of Taiyang Pharmaceutical, she offered a price of 5 million. Not a small amount, but still far behind the other 2. Thank you 4 bosses for your patronage. I didn't expect that you all are so optimistic about this old ginseng. Although the time has not come yet, the 4 of you have already quoted your prices. In accordance with the principle of fairness and justice, everyone can only make 1 blind bid. In other words, this price is the final price. Then we don't have to wait any longer. I'll take a screenshot of the price so you can see it at a glance. Then Lin took a screenshot of the prices sent by the 4 people and sent it to the group. When Zhao Long saw that he had finally obtained this old ginseng, he was extremely happy. "Brother Lin, how do we hand over?" Lin thought for a moment and said, "I'll go to the city now and deliver it to you. The 4 of you can divide the cordyceps equally, and each one will cost 200 yuan. How about that? No problem. I'll be waiting for you then." After making an agreement with everyone, Lin first called the people who were sowing seeds on the farmland, and then brought the fertilizer and wheat seeds to the field. Nowadays, both tilling land and sowing seeds cost money, which does save you trouble, but the costs are too high, and farming is not profitable at all, and you can barely break even. There's a saying that goes, if farming makes money, ordinary people will have no business. After arranging the matters on the farm, Lin Yi drove to the city. It's convenient to have your own car. It only takes an hour and a half to get there. If you take the bus, it will take 2 or 3 hours, which will not only waste time, but also make you exhausted. Lin Yi first came to Xinglong Pharmacy and saw Zhao Long Lin. He took out the century-old ginseng. Zhao Long was immediately amazed. It is really wild ginseng that is more than 100 years old. I haven't seen such a good thing for many years. Brother Lin, you have helped me a lot. Mr. Zhao quoted me such a high price. I should be the one thanking you. Such a good thing is worth the price. Brother, if you have any good things in the future, please inform me in time and the price can be discussed. Mr. Zhao is so caring. I will definitely inform you as soon as possible. These are cordyceps. Please click on them. Lin, he took out another quarter of cordyceps sinensis. Oh my, you are really powerful, brother. You can get such good things. Zhao Long exclaimed. I'm lucky too. Good luck is also a kind of strength. Brother, we should keep in touch in the future. Must. Brother, give me your account number and I'll ask the finance department to transfer the money to you. Mr. Zhao, I have a request. Can you give me cash? Cash. Zhao Long looked at Lin Yi and smiled. I understand. But I can't take out so much cash. Wait for me, I'll check it. Zhao Long was gone for a few minutes, then came back to tell Lin that he only had 5 million in cash in several stores in the city. And this was because he had to go downstairs to collect medicinal materials. Nowadays, people don't use cash when making purchases, so they don't have much cash on hand. Mr. Zhao, then give me the 5 million in cash and transfer the rest to my card. No problem. I'll have the money delivered right away. Zhao Long first transferred the balance to Lin Yi, and after waiting for half an hour, the cash was also transported over from other stores. Zhao Long handed the box containing 5 million cash directly to Lin Yi and said with a smile, Brother, you better be careful. If this much cash is lost or robbed, you'll have nowhere to cry. I'm a miser. No one can take money away from me. Lin Yi Yokit. After getting the money, Lin Yi said goodbye to Zhao Long and went to deliver cordyceps to other people. Chapter 14. Now that I have money, I will find a place to have fun. After a round, Lin Yi's total assets instantly increased by another 10 million. Among them, the century-old ginseng was sold at a sky-high price of 8.88 million, and the rest was from the sale of cordyceps. Because the other 3 companies all accept cash, Lin Yi's game warehouse now has more than 8 million in cash stored. There is more than 5 million on the card, making him a real multimillionaire. Life is really full of surprises. I originally just wanted to go back to my hometown and lie down, but unexpectedly, I suddenly became a rich man. Before returning to the village, Lin Yi planned to find a place to have some fun. As the old saying goes, if you don't spend your money, it's a waste of time. It would be boring if I made so much money this time, but still acted like a miser. After driving to the mall, Lin Yi went to the counter that was far ahead of the others first to support domestic products. And you could buy 2 at a time, one with a folding screen and one with a regular screen, so you can use them alternately. Anyway, you have money. Then I went to the computer counter and bought a high-configuration gaming laptop, planning to play the popular Black Goku when I was bored. I also bought a tablet and a projector. The tablet is used to watch videos, while the projector is used to watch movies, which must be very cool. After the purchase, Lin Yi passed by a luxury watch counter and just wanted to take a look. But when I thought about going to another world, I also needed to consider the time, so I just bought one. Moreover, this kind of famous watch is very expensive, even if it is recycled secondhand. So I spent more than 1 million and bought a Patek Philippe Nautilus watch. Thinking that watches could also be used in other worlds, he went to the ordinary watch counter and spent 1,000 yuan to buy 10 mechanical watches to give as gifts. Walking out of the mall, Lin Yi looked at the Patek Philippe on his wrist, which cost more than 1 million, as if he was in a dream. I can't believe that I'm wearing a watch worth more than $1 million. It's so fucking luxurious. If it were someone else with so much money, they would definitely buy a house in a big city, then find a girlfriend, get married, and have children. But Lin Yi has figured it out.
Supposed to have a
finding me
flashlight
alone.
by now.
Firstly, it allows freedom, and secondly, it helps in keeping secrets. What's more, he can still marry and have children in another world, and he can marry as many wives as he wants. The woman over there is well-behaved and gentle, so why bother looking for an enemy here? If you get divorced at the slightest disagreement, you will have to divide the property later, which will cause you trouble. Seeing that it was already noon, Lin Yi found a restaurant and spent several $100s to have a delicious meal. If this had happened in the past, He would never have dared to do this, even if he was beaten to death. After dinner, Lin returned to the car and took out his mobile phone. He first removed the SIM card from the original phone and installed it on the newly bought folding screen phone. As for the original mobile phone, it is only used to open small games and travel between the two worlds. Thinking that there would sometimes be power outages in the village, Lin went to buy a few large power supplies that could power the TV and computer. After thinking about it, I decided to get a gasoline generator. Now we don't have to worry even if there's a power outage. Thinking there was nothing to buy, Lin drove back to the village. More than an hour later, Lin returned to the county town and went to the delicatessen again to buy some pork heads, roast chicken, sausages, and the like. When he was returning to the village, he suddenly found a car behind him, as if it was following him. He was a little uncertain at first, but he walked and stopped and tried a few times, and the other party also walked and stopped. Being targeted, Lin thought for a moment, parked the car on the side of the road, and then turned on the time prop. The next second, after time slowed down, the tracking vehicle's reaction slowed down. Lin quickly appeared next to the car behind. "Are you following me?" Looking at Yang Xiaowei in the car, Lin released the time prop and asked in a deep voice. Yang Xiaowei was startled by Lin Yi's sudden appearance beside the car, but she quickly came to her senses, opened the door, and got out of the car, and said embarrassedly, "Brother Lin, don't misunderstand me. I just want to discuss business with you." "Didn't we just finish discussing our business?" Lin remained alert. Yang Xiaowei explained, "Brother Lin, through these two collaborations, I guess you must have channels to get these high-quality medicinal materials, so I wonder if we can reach a long-term cooperation. The price is easy to negotiate. If Xinglong can offer a price, our Taiyang Pharmaceutical can also offer it. If it's just this matter, you could just make it clear in the city." Lin said. Yang Xiaowei admitted, "You are right. The main reason I came here is that I am eager to make achievements. I also think that Brother Lin should have some good things, so I want to come and try my luck. I really don't mean anything else. I hope Brother Lin will forgive me for my intrusion." Lin looked at Yang Xiaowei and saw that her expression was sincere and not fake, so he calmed down a little. "If we talk about cooperation, can you make the decision?" Yang Xiaowei couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief when she saw Lin Yi's face improve. She smiled and said, "To be honest with you, Brother Lin, Taiyang Pharmaceutical is actually my family's. Yang Tai, the current chairman of Taiyang Pharmaceutical, is my father. It turns out to be a rich lady. Brother Lin, you were joking. I am also an employee now, and I have to get paid based on my performance. Otherwise, I would not have followed you here so abruptly." Lin thought about it for a moment, then nodded and said, "Okay, then you follow me." "Thank you, Brother Lin." Lin decided to talk to her first. It would be a good thing for him if there was a stable sales channel. As for security and confidentiality, Lin was not worried. For those who are already good at cheating, this little thing is not a problem at all. Back in the car, Lin led the way and Yang Xiaowei followed behind. After driving along the mountain road for more than 20 minutes, the two cars drove into Lin Yi's house together. This scene was seen by the elderly people sitting at the entrance of the village, and they started talking about it. Some people who were curious about the matter even followed him secretly to Lin Yi's home. Seeing a very good-looking city woman getting out of the car behind, the flames of gossip were instantly ignited. Lin also saw those people who were up to nosy things, but he was too lazy to pay attention to them. It's like this in the countryside, there's always gossip. "Brother Lin, is this your home? Do you think it's too broken? A little unexpected?" No. I think it has a very rustic, rural feel," said Yang Xiaowei. Lin smiled, knowing that this was just a perfunctory remark. While taking things from the car, he said to Yang Xiaowei, who was helping him, "Not everyone wants to see you live better than him, especially in the countryside. Besides, this is the old house my father left for me. It's warm in winter and cool in summer. I think it's good to live in. I also like this kind of old house." "Oh," Yang Xiaowei said, and suddenly a big wolf dog came up to her, which scared her. "It's okay. It won't bite good people." Lin stroked the dog's head. Let go play aside, and then invited Yang Xiaowei into the house. The house is a bit old. After all, the furnishings were built more than 30 years ago, but it still has a vintage
place a little bit more.
The house was also very clean, and there was no peculiar smell.
It's too dark.
Lin
Even with the flashlight, it's too dark.
He asked Yang Xiaowei to sit down and brewed some tea leaves he brought from another world for her. "Miss Yang."
There's a lot of stuff I have to relearn. Okay, what's going on here? Okay, well, that is being a pain. It's weird. Oh my gosh. Tell me it's gonna shut down. See, this is the one thing I hate about having my computer so freaking slow. There's nothing I can do about it.
Tell me what you think. Chapter 15, I Want, function unlocked. Xiaohua Village, Lin Yi's home. Hey, the smell of this
there we
tea.
go, it shut down.
Yang Xiaowei picked up the teacup and put it to her nose to smell it. Brother Lin, is this wild tea? Miss Yang is very knowledgeable about tea. Lin nodded with a smile. Yang Xiaowei waved her hand and said with a smile, I don't dare to call myself a researcher,
no, I should have closed
but
it
my
and
father
restarted.
loves to drink tea.
Ooh, something new. Ooh.
Tea. So I've tasted many kinds of tea.
Pokemon.
But the taste of this tea is very unique. If you like it, bring some to your father when you go back. Then he said, Thank you, Brother Lin. Yang Xiaowei did not refuse, as this was also a way to bring the two closer together. Brother Lin, you know that nowadays, rich people pay more and more attention to the maintenance of their bodies. The demand for nourishing herbs, especially high-end herbs, such as ginseng and cordyceps, is also increasing. Now you have the channels to get these things, and we at Taiyang Pharmaceutical have a dedicated research department and a high-end customer base. If we can cooperate, it will be a win-win situation for both sides. You may say that other pharmacies can also do it. I cannot deny that. But what I want to say is that I am more sincere than them. Take Xinglong, for example. Although he spent a high price to buy the century-old ginseng, Zhao Long did not use it for research, but as a gift. Gift? If I'm not mistaken, he should be giving it to an important person, and that important person is going to celebrate his 70th birthday soon. So he bought this century-old ginseng from you at a premium, also for the sake of good reputation. Yang Xiaowei said. Lenny nodded and said, I see. But even so, for me, as long as I could sell it for a good price, I don't need to know what you do with it. Miss Yang, the long-term cooperation you mentioned is actually not suitable for me. Because I am alone, even if I can get some good medicinal materials, the quantity will not be too large, and it will not be of much help to your company. Brother Lin, you are wrong. High-end medicinal materials are originally supplied to the rich. Moreover, things are valuable because they are rare, so small quantities are not a problem. No matter what medicinal materials you get in the future, we will buy them all at the best price unconditionally, and we can even send someone to connect with you, so you don't have to waste your time making another trip. Lenny thought for a moment and said,
There's a lot of stuff I gotta relearn. I gotta watch videos on and relearn
but I cannot
it.
guarantee the supply
So I'm just
quantity
gonna end
or the
this,
variety of medicinal
and I'm gonna hop onto
I can only say that I will notify you as soon as I have goods.
World of
If the
Warcraft.
price you offer cannot satisfy me, then I have the right to sell it to others. No problem. As long as you give us this priority, I guarantee that our price will not disappoint you. Okay, it's settled then. Brother Lin, do we want to sign a contract? Forget about the contract. It can only
let me
protect
change
against gentlemen,
this.
not villains. And people with integrity do not need contracts to restrict them. Since I promised you, I will definitely do it. Otherwise, even if you sign a contract, I also have a way to trade with others without your knowledge. Lin, he would definitely not sign such a contract, let alone tie himself up. Priority can be given to Yang Xiaowei. As long as she offers a high price, it doesn't matter who she sells it to. Okay, let's do as Brother Lin says. Yang Xiaowei smiled and said, Brother Lin, isn't it time to
I
take
think I
out your
need to
treasured
poop.
possessions? Are you so sure that I still have something good in my hands? Lin, he also laughed. If an ordinary person came across such a good thing as a century-old ginseng by chance, he would definitely exchange it for money. But Brother Lin is not short of money, so he should keep it for himself as a backup. But Brother Lin chose to sell it, so I guess you should have better ones in your hand, or at least ones of comparable quality. Yang Xiaowei said. Miss Yang is really smart. Yes, I do have a century-old ginseng here, but as you said, I'm not short of money, and I want to keep it for myself. Good Brother Lin, you see I've come here in person and with sincerity. You can't let me make a trip in vain. Right, besides, you have channels. You will definitely find better things in the future, so just give them to me. Yang Xiaowei shook Lin Yi's arm and acted coquettishly.
Why is it
How
showing
could Lin
offline?
Yi
It's supposed to
stand
be
this, especially
on.
since he was planning to sell it anyway? So he agreed reluctantly. Thank you, Brother Lin. Yang Xiaowei suddenly became excited. But I have a condition. I
To
need
relearn
cash,
so much
and the price
stuff.
cannot be lower than what Mr. Zhao offers, because this old ginseng is older than his. No problem. Is 10 million
Although
enough?
I did
I have
get
brought all the
a
cash.
new free
Yang Xiaowei said
asset
quickly. It seems that you really came prepared.
today
But you are a girl,
from
and you
Unreal
came to the mountains with
Engine.
me with so much cash.
I could
Aren't you afraid
probably
that I will do
use that
something
to
bad
build
to you?
off of, but it's like
Brother Lin has
to
money
download
and
it,
can
it's
find
like
any woman he
freaking
wants.
80
But you are a rich
gigabytes.
lady. If Brother Lin really likes me, I would be willing to date you. Yang Xiaowei said half jokingly and half seriously. I'm just kidding. Wait a moment. I'll get you something. Lin Yi laughed and went to the inner room. After waiting for a while, Lin Yi came out with another century-old ginseng. Yang Xiaowei took a closer look and found that it was indeed better than the previous one. In fact, she came here with a lucky mentality. She didn't expect that Lin Yi actually had stock. Seeing that Lin Yi agreed so easily, he couldn't help but ask, Brother Lin, you don't have anything better, right? Where do so
Okay,
many good things come from? It's my
I
great
think I'm gonna go
fortune
take a
to find these two
poop
plants.
real
If you want
quick.
Dendrobium officinale, Panax, Nodo
Gonna
ginseng,
take
agarwood, or something like
10
that,
15
I can get some
minutes.
for
Be
you.
back in 10
Lenny
15
said,
minutes.
I want it all. Yang Xiaoyi shouted excitedly. The sound was
The
like he
hell?
wanted that, not to mention how urgent it was. Looking at Yang Xiaowei, who kept shaking her arms, Lin Yi didn't know whether to laugh or cry. If you want it now, I don't have it either. You have to wait for the opportunity.
I'm
Then let's make a deal. If
working
you get
like
something good, contact
non-stop.
me as soon as possible. Of course, haven't we cooperated? Don't worry. Lin Yi assured again and again, which allowed Yang Xiaowei to leave with satisfaction. After seeing the guests off, Lin Yi quickly locked the door and hurried back into the house.
Okay,
10 million in
I
cash,
will be
such a
back
huge
in
pile, it's
10
really
15 minutes.
eye-catching.
I'm
In the
gonna go use
past
the
30
bathroom real
years,
quick.
he hasn't earned even 1/10 of that. Just as I was immersed in a feeling of satisfaction and happiness,
Okay, I am back.
Happiness. The phone suddenly rang. It turned out to be the man who was sowing the seeds. He had already finished his work and told him so. Lenny then put the money into the game warehouse and prepared to go to the field to check and give the money to the owner. However, at this moment, both the time props and warehouse functions showed signs of upgrading. He first clicked on the upgrade icon of the warehouse function. With assets exceeding 10 million, the warehouse upgrade limit will be unlocked. This upgrade will cost 1 million funds, and the warehouse can store more items. Chapter 16, Item Upgrade. Ye's mother marries her daughter. No wonder the newly purchased electronic products, such as laptops and projectors, cannot be stored in the warehouse. It turned out that there were restrictions on the types of items that could be stored in the warehouse. He now has 18 million in cash in his warehouse, so spending 1 million to upgrade is not expensive. Of course, the main reason is that the money comes so easily that I don't feel bad about spending it. The benefits of upgrading are obvious. No matter what categories are added, as long as they are added, he can carry more things when traveling between the two worlds. The benefits generated from this cannot be compared with this little money. Upgrade. After a moment's hesitation, decisively spent 1 million to upgrade the warehouse. However, after the upgrade, it did not show any new categories, but they were added anyway. The money was spent in a somewhat unclear way. He tried to put the laptop into the warehouse, but unexpectedly, he succeeded. The watches, mobile phones, and portable power supplies were all successfully stored in the warehouse. In the end, there was only that gasoline generator, which had no income. It seems that this upgrade will add small electronic products such as machines, so I'm afraid they will need to be further upgraded. But if I want to upgrade again, it will cost me 10 million. The Krypton gold I spent was a bit too much, and I can't use it for the time being, so I didn't upgrade it anymore. Anyway, you can upgrade it at any time when you need it in the future. Just make sure there is enough funds in the warehouse. Next, checked the upgrade sign of the time item. With assets exceeding 10 million, the time prop upgrade limit will be unlocked. This upgrade will cost 1 million funds, and the time prop will be increased by 10 minutes. Upgrade. Didn't hesitate and directly spent 1 million to increase the 10 minutes of the time prop to 20 minutes. The next time the time prop is upgraded, it will still be 1 million. Upgraded again. The time prop is increased to 30 minutes. Upgrade. The time prop's increased to 40 minutes. Continue. Increased the time item to 1 hour before he stopped upgrading. Because upgrading again will require 10 million, but after the upgrade, the time will directly increase by 1 hour. He spent 6 million on this wave of upgrades, and there are still 12 million in the warehouse. This money can also be used to upgrade the warehouse function or time props once. But he doesn't plan to upgrade. He tried the time prop, and the effect was indeed much better than before. Take steamed rice, for example. If the time is accelerated, it will be cooked in seconds. However, the effect on the growth of crops is still not obvious. Unless the time prop is increased to a few days, the seeds will germinate instantly. But to reach that level, I don't know how much money I will have to spend. He doesn't have this need now, so this is fine for now. After completing the research, went to the field, paid the machinery fee, and then went home. Walking to the entrance of the village, the old men sitting under the big tree asked one after another, is the person who just came back with you your girlfriend? No, just ordinary friends. I saw that girl was driving a BMW. What does your friend do? It's just a normal work day. I have something else to do, so I'll go home first. Ran back home as if escaping. We can't say too much to the intelligence personnel in the village. Otherwise, it will spread throughout the village quickly, and we don't know what kind of image it will be spreading. Even so, the news that he had found a wealthy woman as his girlfriend had spread. Moreover, some people heard them being intimate at home and described it with such detail as if they had seen it with their own eyes. In the blink of an eye, it was night again. He packed up the things he wanted to carry, threw them all into the warehouse, and then clicked to transmit. Another world, early morning. He opened the door and saw 2 big black dogs, as usual, and Xiaoxiang standing in front of the door holding water for washing her face. Good morning, master. Xiaoxiang bowed to when she saw him. Gumein. He took out 2 more bones and threw them to the 2 big black dogs respectively. Xiaoxiang walked into the room with water for washing face. He sat on the chair. Xiaoxiang helped shave, brush his teeth, and wash his face. It's so comfortable. Xiaoxiang, do you have anything to do tonight? Don't worry, master. Everything is fine at home. Xiao Dai will take the hired workers to patrol in shifts at night. Where are Zhao Xiaochan and her brother? According to Master's instructions, Sanwa has gone to practice martial arts with Xiao Dai, and Xiaochan is now feeding chickens in the backyard. Qiu Xiang reported every detail like a little secretary. You can use the food at home as you wish. Tell me in advance when you're running out of food. I've made note of this. Lin enjoyed Qiu Xiang's service, and his big hands couldn't help but explore Qiu Xiang's body. Master, Qiu Xiang's body softened, and she fell into Lin Yi's arms. Lin Yi held her in his arms, let her sit on his lap, and asked, "Open your mouth. Let me see if you have brushed your teeth." Qiu Xiang obediently opened her little mouth, revealing 2 rows of neat and white teeth. Your teeth are very white and clean, and your breath smells fresh. Did you just brush your teeth? Qiu Xiang nodded shyly. I just took a bath. No wonder you smell so good. Let me kiss you. Another hour of fighting. Lin Yi felt refreshed. He hugged Qiu Xiang's smooth and boneless body and was reluctant to get up. No wonder the emperors in ancient times were unwilling to attend court early in the morning once they became addicted to women. He was just a little maid and was unwilling to get up, let alone the many women in the emperor's harem. Grandpa, what do you think of Sister Xiao Dai? Qiu Xiang asked while lying in Lin Yi's arms, looking up at her little face. Lin Yi looked at Qiu Xiang and asked, "What's wrong? Why do you ask?" "Nothing, just asking." Lin Yi didn't think much about it and said, "Xiao Dai is capable, responsible, and has good character. She is a trustworthy person. In the future, with you and Xiao Dai in this family, I can feel more at ease." "Master, Aunt Yi has something to tell you. Can you meet her when you have time?" "Okay. Ask her to come find me later." Qiu Xiang helped Lin Yi wash and dress, then went to call Ye's mother. Not long after, Ye's mother walked in alone.
Yo, Amadeus,
"Boss,
how's it going?
no need to be polite.
How you
Please sit
doing,
down."
man?
Lin Yi asked Ye's mother to sit down in a casual
I'm
manner.
doing good right
Asked,
now.
"I heard Qiu Xiang said you have something to talk
So
to me about." Mother
earlier,
Yi quickly stood up again and summoned her courage to say, "Boss,
the
I want to marry
first
Xiao
the first
Dai.
hour of the
What do you
stream,
think?"
I did
Why do you suddenly
try
bring
working
this
on the
up?
game a little
Mother Yi
bit,
sighed and said,
but I
"In today's
realized that
world, it's too
I've
difficult for
completely
us, an
I
orphan
don't
and a
remember a
widow,
lot of
to
stuff
survive.
of how
The boss is kind-hearted and willing to take us in,
how to
but it's
like
not a long-term
make
solution
the
after
maps
all.
and stuff like that.
I'm old,
So
and I might die someday.
for the first
The
hour,
only
I
thing I'm
just
worried about is Xiao Dai.
fiddle
In the past
around
few
with
years,
like
all
map
my children
building
have
and
died,
stuff like that.
leaving
So
only this daughter. If the boss doesn't mind, let Xiao Dai
yeah,
be your concubine.
earlier today
I'll have
I
someone to
worked a
rely
little,
on in
try
the
to work a
future,
little bit on the
and I
game,
can rest
but
assured.
didn't
Auntie
get
Yi,
far.
to be honest
I
with
didn't
you,
get far.
I have a good impression of Xiao Dai. But is Xiao Dai willing to do this? I think we should listen to her
Yeah, I gotta look up a lot of videos um about like map building and stuff again, because it's been, I want to say it's been almost 2 years since I was doing that, and I've just completely forgot a lot of this stuff.
Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Memes of the Week. The best thing you can do for this channel is smash the like button on this video like it's a pre-transition Ellen page, so it reaches a wider audience. And now on with the memes. Number 1, this woman wants to filter out white boys on Tinder. Someone tells her to get knocked up by Tyrone and put a photo of the kid in her dating profile, and that'll filter out the white boys good. But why do you think she doesn't want white boys? Maybe she already has a African but doesn't want to put him in the profile. Maybe she loves large purple eggplants. Maybe she's racist and was taught to hate her own race. She should go date a magnet because there would definitely be an attraction. Up next, only 15% of women show interest in men that are 5'8" on dating apps. So I guess it's over for 50 to 60% of the male population. Maybe only 15% of men should only date women who are 150 pounds or less. If they have preferences, then so can we.
Until it gets
It's also a good thing that
becomes
the
a
dating apps
muscle
are dying.
memory.
The average guy isn't using them anymore because it's a game
I
you
always gotta
can't
constantly
win.
look
You
it up
can't
and
compete
stuff.
with the top 1 or 2% of chat-roons out there. Number 3, now women are using our manosphere language. Anna says that men who rode the kitty cat carousel for a decade think they're entitled to settle down with an 18-year-old virgin. When a woman insults men in general, it's annoying, because first she thinks that we have male-owned group preference, so we'll take something like this personally. Copying male criticism of women and turning it around on us is boring. The only women I
Did you
respect
play
anymore are
Fallout
the
4?
creative ones. Moving on
Yeah,
to
a
Spooky
while
Mom, and
back.
she's screaming because she's a single mother. And the
I
guy
don't think
she's
I
been
have it for
dating for
Steam,
6
but
months
for
dumped her
when it
because he
first
doesn't
came
want to be a
out
stepdad.
on
He wants to
console,
have kids of
I
his own
did
one day and
I
not
did
be a mixed family.
buy it then.
Did he lead her on, or was he trying to
I
figure out
did
what he
play it
wanted?
then.
Some guys are super
I
thirsty
don't
and
think I
sleep with
ever
single
bought it on
moms, and
Steam
once they
though.
get sex
I'm
out of
not
their
sure.
system, they sober up and
I'll have to
leave.
check and see if I
I
have
feel
it on
bad for those
Steam.
kids. They'll end up suffering the most. Number 5, you think you got a really cool tattoo
Oop,
until you
nope,
realize that
shit.
Mario will be
Can't do
fapping you
that.
off for the rest of your life. It looks like Mario has 2 right hands. Maybe they made the mistake because they took some magic mushrooms at the time.
Okay,
It's the
good,
wrong
good.
art
Doesn't show.
genius. Most people are dumb for getting tattoos in the first place, especially the ones with tons of color because they fade a lot faster. The person getting this turned himself into a walking ad for Nintendo.
Yeah,
Up next for women
I
wanting
did not
kids
buy it
sooner
on
is better
Steam.
because 90% of women's eggs are gone by the age of 30. No eggs, empty egg carton. Looks like feminism has made women think that they can hit snooze on their biological clocks. Women are too busy riding the rooster roller coaster and getting
Yeah, nah,
educated to have kids these days. Aborted
I don't think I
fetuses
ever
also have millions of
tried
eggs. Looks like men
the
will have
build
plenty of material
modes
to have sons one
because
day
by the
using
time
artificial wombs in the
I
future.
was finished with the game
Number
and stuff
7,
like that,
London falls out of the top 5 wealthiest cities in the world as
I did
millionaires
not
flee the
have
capital.
a PlayStation
Soon it'll be full
anymore.
of nothing but poor Jeets and Mohammeds.
So
You don't need to be a millionaire to flee London.
yeah, by the time
You
that
just need a room
came out, I didn't have a
temperature IQ.
PlayStation
Soon
anymore,
it's
so I
going to become the
couldn't.
United Kingdom of Islam. You simply can't have a first world
I
nation with a
didn't.
third world
Wait,
population.
did I have it for
Millionaires are leaving
PlayStation
for
or
Dubai,
Xbox?
Singapore,
I feel like
Miami,
I had it for
Monaco,
Xbox.
places that keep the undesirables out. Moving on, if you thought that was bad, well,
Yeah,
Muslims in the UK are now
when I
going
had
on
it,
social
I
media
was
calling
pretty
for
much
a
finished
ban
with
on
the game.
dogs.
I played
Now
through
I
a lot of the
understand why
stuff,
in Eastern Europe they just let
explored a
stray
lot of the
dogs
map and stuff
wander
like that.
everywhere.
By the time that
It's to keep the
build mode came
Mohammeds from
out,
wanting to live there. If the white folks in the UK want to keep their country, maybe it's time to flood the country with strays. And if the Mohammeds hurt any of them, just get PETA and the animal welfare people against them. Number 9, a woman's rich boyfriend gave her a lavish lifestyle,
the
but
hell is
stopped
that?
once they broke up, and she says that's abuse because he gave her that lifestyle and he took it away. I guess she wants the goodies women get in divorce court like alimony without the marriage. Just you wait one day, the courts will force ex-boyfriends to keep giving women the lifestyles that they're accustomed to. Women seem to think that if they give you one Hummer, you owe them money forever. Up next, this woman says that a black guy asked her out, so it means she needs to hit the gym. That's racist. She should give the black man a chance. Stop being so brother-phobic. I love how this story is unintentionally funny, and I guess she learned her lesson. Hopefully asked her out in front of her friends and coworkers and embarrassed her further. Looks like you better slim down, baby. Number 11, maybe that woman would have changed her mind if an ancient Greek guy asked her out. Don't you know that apparently the original Greeks were black? We was Spartans and sheets. The illusions keep getting worse and worse. I think the better question to ask at this point is, what civilization wasn't built by black people? I'm still waiting for a plot twist where all the unsuccessful African tribes were all originally white folks. Moving on, we have another one. This woman says that her daughter was born in January and they're a package deal, and she's ready to settle down at 20. I have a strange question. What's the background of the father? She's probably just hoping that her daughter becomes another Doja Cat. Until all cucks and simps stop falling for bait like this will continue. She's ready to settle down. Beta males rejoice because your time has finally come. Number 13, I think I found one of those betas. He's a Somali migrant and he allegedly tried raping a woman in labor in a Roman hospital. Somalia is literally a failed state, and what do you think Somalis are going to do to Rome? It'll no longer be the eternal city once they're done with it. I like how this story says allegedly. It's not like someone invented a new crime just to be anti-immigrant. He was just trying to culturally enrich that baby in her belly before it came out. Up next, looks like even in space, women can't help but do the meme. All the women that went to space on a suborbital flight with Blue Origin were more interested in taking selfies than looking through the window at the Earth. I'm not looking forward to when NASA puts the first woman on the moon and she ruins it by taking tons of selfies. It's just a bunch of rich entitled celebrities going for an expensive ride into space while calling it a mission. Number 15, if women don't get financial benefits from divorce, the divorce rate would drop by 95% overnight. So would the marriage rates, because after all, marriage only benefits the women. If there's no incentive for women to break a marriage contract, they'll never sign it to begin with. But marriage formation is mostly done, because these days women make more money than their husbands. Many young women also won't get married because their potential husbands can't afford to buy houses anymore. Moving on, this guy says this is how you looks max as an ugly guy in under 2 weeks. He went from incel to incel with spectacles and facial hair. If this guy's in the West and Indian, then odds are it was over for him before it even began. Unless, of course, he's muscular, 6 feet tall, and makes a ton of money. Otherwise, he went from being a Jeet to being a Pudjeet. In Canada, I've seen tall Indian Rajas getting tons of white women, so it is possible. Number 17 looks like the libtards are at it again, saying that if all the mega men aged 17 to 50 were deported and replaced by migrants, the crime rate would drop by 70 to 80%, with crimes against women and children almost going to zero. Actually, they're gaslighting you, and it would be the opposite. But crime would skyrocket by 700 to 800% at least. But I'm all for this so long as us white folk are all deported to the same place. We could create our own utopia someplace else and keep it closed. Up next, feminists are happy when you help female victims of domestic violence, but they're angry when you help the male victims. Why is that? Why do they hate male victims so much? Could it be because of female-owned group preference? If you say that women can be violent towards men, then women take that as a personal attack. Or maybe it has something to do with women wanting to shelter resources for themselves, and they see men as competition for those funds. Number 19, here's the difference between how women choose their lipstick versus how they choose a good guy. But this isn't true, because they do choose good guys, just good-looking guys, but not guys that make sense from the standpoint of quality of their character. When women say they want a nice guy, what they really mean is that they want a nice-looking guy. And for the top image, I think the brain is a little bit too large. Moving on, if you're getting divorced and you've been collecting something, she'll fight you in court to take it from you. Here's a couple seen dividing their Beanie Baby collection in court back in the 1990s. The woman, which is on the left, looks more masculine than the man on the right. All this and a few years later, those Beanie Babies were worthless, because the company producing them flooded the market. You won't see Lego or Bitcoin crashing to zero. Number 21, Warren Buffett's company, Berkshire Hathaway, has almost $350 billion in cash on their balance sheet. Warren is almost dead now and has become incoherent, and all that money is getting wrecked through inflation. This meme of him saying to buy when there's blood on the streets is the best. He says to buy, but he's not buying. He could have bought the COVID crash and saved half of the purchasing power of that cash. Money on your balance sheet is like a giant melting ice cube. Up next, here's the difference between MGTOWs and incels. Incels can't get a relationship no matter how hard they try. And MGTOWs are not concerned with women romantically, and it makes them much happier. I always tell incels to work on their appearance and try and get a girlfriend. Once they do, they'll keep her for a while, and then they'll see that the juice is no longer worth the squeeze. And then they'll also go their own way. Number 23, this California mother left her toddler daughter to drown in her upturned car. Well, she drunkenly crashed into a canal before fleeing and having a bath. I doubt anything will happen to her, especially if she has other kids to take care of. Men get sent to jail for spanking their kids, and judges often pity women like this that do stuff like this. This woman will also get away with it, just like Ted Kennedy. She pulled a Ted Kennedy on her own kid. Moving on, in 1897, Dracula fed on virgins, but in 2019 he died of hunger. I guess there were a lot more virgins back then. He could have survived, but he didn't want to drink the blood of preteens. Even he isn't cruel enough to suck the blood of 8-year-olds. And if you want to know how he made it to 2019, he probably hung around in high schools with Edward Cullen. In the end, he thought it was his lucky day when he found a gay incel, and he just ended up getting HIV and dying. Number 25 and the last one, which one of these would you choose? The rave girl or the homestead girl? It's the same woman in a different costume. I didn't know that rave girls still existed. This one looks like a rave granny. Rave girls evolved into festival slots and just go there for the Instagram pictures. I watched some of the recent performances online from Coachella, and the crowd wasn't enthusiastic at all. I guess those rave grannies aren't taking acid anymore. So that's it for another Memes of the Week. Please give this video a like to push it up in the algorithm, and so new viewers can find it. If you enjoyed this series and want me to keep making it, then donate at the PayPal and Subscribestar links below. Anyways, enjoy the rest of your day, and cheers.
Ooh, almost had it. Just needed one more. I try to get all of them in one go.
She was a fairy.
Whose man is this? Welcome back to If You Laugh, You're Conservative.
So I treat guns the same way I treated condoms in college. If someone's in my house and I don't know them, I hope they don't make me use it.
I don't get it, but okay.
But I will if I have to. You know what I mean?
Only in Michigan.
Dog, while I'm at Somerset and they got flying giraffes in this motherfucker. Y'all see
This ain't flying giraffe.
this shit?
That's a caramel.
There you go.
That's a caramel.
Flying caramel. Dog, while
Here's how you make my super easy 2-ingredient, low-calorie, no bake, no refrigerate, no flour, no sugar, no gluten, no egg, no carb, no fat, no woman, no cry, no beans, no greens, no potatoes, no tomatoes, no lambs, no rams, no hogs, no...
Damn! Tension erupts as transgender athlete Aby Hernandez crushes the female competition.
That's a boy!
Hell yeah!
That's a boy!
Hell yeah!
That's a man, man!
That's what
That's
we
a
need to be
man,
shouting at all
man.
these events that let the transgender athletes compete. Normalize shouting "That's a boy" at women's sporting events. How to escape from a kidnapping scenario. Okay. Now, the first step is to make sure that your kidnappers left a firearm and a fully loaded magazine within hand's reach. The second step is to make sure that they duct taped your hands in the front and not the back and did not use handcuffs. This is just practical everyday training. I think we need to see different people. Ugh. Hate to say it, but you are androgynous and ugly in male or female. Sorry, bro.
I hear that gingers are black now, and I just want to say,
Ain't gotta say nothing, we accept you. We accept you. She ain't got no furniture.
That's
Got
true.
cushion, that's black.
Goodness, is this guy single? Yeah, him.
Yeah?
Dare me to go into the woman's bathroom?
No.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it anyways. Hey, pretty nice toilet bowl, huh?
I guess.
Mind putting some of that in my mouth?
The cookie?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that would be weird.
No, just the guys. I want to put them all in here and take them home with me.
Oh,
Oh.
why not me?
You know, these guys are just too handsome.
I'm sure.
My
Why not me? I need attention too.
Will you date a girl who is way taller than you?
Yeah, I would. I'm talking about you though. I'm trying to chop that tree.
You climb trees?
Yeah, I'm trying to chop.
For real, for real?
I chop those
You think that he
trees.
can chop?
I can chop that tree.
He thinks that he can chop the tree.
I mean, the dude's from the Navy, and he could obviously do a standing motorboat.
I always laugh when Hugh Jackman was talking about being Wolverine once, and he was just saying, oh, he hates doing it because of the training and the cardio, and I got to eat chicken breasts and rice 3 times a day. I'm thinking, mate, you're getting 30 million a movie. I used to do that shit for a plastic trophy. If you're lucky. Sometimes you wouldn't get nothing. You'd go through that hell.
You know, if you pay me $30 million, I would be ripped.
Hey, my fellow ladies out there.
Are you talking to me? Because I'm a dude like you.
So men think they own you. Take it from somebody that used to be a man.
And still is?
You got boobs. You got a vajayjay. Guess what, honey? You own them. Trust me, they want it. Make them earn it.
How does one delete someone else's video? Asking for a friend. Hot dog on a Hot Wheels. This is the peak content that the internet was made for. Yeah, okay. Excellent turn. We're going straight out to the patio.
Oh, yeah, nice dive. Oh, right onto the grill. 10 out of 10. Dismount, perfection.
This circle represents all of the open defecation that happens in the world. This is the fraction that happens in India. And this is the fraction that happens only in rural India. 65%
These are the TED Talks you gotta watch.
of rural Indians defecate in the open. So what that means is that most of the open defecation that happens in the world happens in rural India, and most rural Indians defecate in the open. Every day, 500 million people in villages in India go in the fields rather than use a toilet or a latrine. That's bigger than the population of the United States.
Let me cross India off of my list of places I might actually possibly want to go and visit. POV, there's an active shooter, but I remember if I die, my girl becomes single again. Come on, Caden, why aren't you shooting back? Ah, yes, the onion. When Boy Scouts offer free breast exams.
To get our Eagle Scout badge, we needed to do a community service project, and we talked it over, and we thought that we'd do help women do their breast exams.
Wow. Now, you must have done a lot of research.
Definitely.
We looked all over the internet to find great websites.
Well, so how's your program going to work? I mean, where do you plan to do these exams?
Well, I think we're probably going to do them in my basement.
Well, it's not, his basement's not really like a basement. It has a carpet, and it's
so
like
it's
a family
finished.
room.
Well, now, I've been told that the key to a good self-breast examination is making them a regular part of your normal routine, right? And that way you get to know your breasts and can recognize any changes. Now, I like to do mine when I'm in the shower.
Yeah, okay.
But I understand you can also lie on your bed.
Yeah, definitely.
I am kind of worried about my own technique, though. Can you show us how to do a good breast exam?
Well, you first, you know, you kind of have to, like, look around and, like, feel for the lump.
I imagine you have to disrobe.
Yeah, and then you've got to, feel for the bump if there is one. And
could go in circles.
Yeah.
Don't do it. Don't you do it. He did it.
Stop.
I guess he found the biggest stud of them all, didn't it? Every husband's job.
I'm full. I can't eat
yeah.
anymore.
That's okay, darling. You know I'm your little human garbage disposal.
I don't know what that last part was.
I am Alien. I'm 26. I'm single.
You're single?
No, wow,
That
that's
just
so
blew
shocking.
my mind. How could this have happened?
How long have you been single?
Basically all my life I had situationships, but never really had a real relationship.
Okay, and what about the trees? Weren't you in love with a tree?
Yeah, I'm still in love with him. I still go see
Him?
Yeah.
Well, I guess trees do have this, right? They
Yeah.
Do you check? How do you check the sex of a tree?
I believe that majority of trees that are just planted around are male.
Fucking hell.
They're mostly male.
Yeah, they're mostly
You gotta lick that tree sap to really tell.
male. That's why pollen is so, the pollen from the trees are so like.
Okay, how many relationships with trees have you had?
Well, it just depends on what type of relationship we're talking about. Like I have
I'll give you 2 guesses who she voted for.
relationships, but I have like one that I call my babe, and then the other ones I like go and see as like an ancestor type of thing, or like I look at it as a friend or whatever.
If you found out the tree was a woman, would you consider yourself bi?
I wouldn't care.
Has a tree ever cheated on you?
I mean, probably.
Switch quick.
More than likely.
Make mental asylums great again.
Oh my god. Honestly.
Okay, got some mac and cheese with some fries, some chips, some chicken.
Honestly, they really need to make mental asylum great again.
Nope. Okay.
Chili, honey, and
My cholesterol went up just watching this video.
Shit.
Hey Josh, I got this. The floor is lava! Hey, what's up, man?
Beware of the knife hand. Yup.
Good morning, Sergeant.
Just a little pat.
Hey,
what do you know about the knife hand? When you're too excited for your hubby's approval.
How is it?
I don't know. I haven't had a bite yet.
Is it good?
It's hot.
Would you eat it already? How is it? Is it good?
We've all seen those videos where they ask moms if they would kill for their kid. And some of the moms are like, no. Ma'am, I signed up to kill for free college. And you wouldn't kill for your child?
Yep.
Am I mentally ill?
I think we both know which side has the most mentally ill people. Not saying there's not any on the right, but just let's look at, you know, per capita, right?
What are you doing, hon? Putting some groceries up?
Yes, I'm putting groceries up.
Let me fill up the dishwasher.
You fill it up.
Honey, the kids are home.
Oh my god.
But if you insist.
Get off me.
Check for the last night of our honeymoon. I'm head to toe Lily Pulitzer.
And I'm head to toe J. Crew.
I think your husband also has a husband.
Yeah.
Check for the last night of our honeymoon.
Is it worth it? Let me work it. I put my thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It's your women if it's wet. Come on.
I think we need all rap songs to be presented in Old English. It's getting hot in here, so take off all your clothes. I am getting so hot. I want to take my clothes off.
I call it thumper. When you shoot it, it thumps. I mean, you talk about a hand cannon. We recommend shooting it one-handed so you can let it roll. If you try to hold it down, it's going to punish you, just to let you know. And if you get tired of the pesky little 45-70, you can go with the 50 AE. Which
Imagine the recoil on that thing.
Which is really funny because as soon as we did the 45-70, people started asking for this. And this is just a fun gun to shoot.
Bro finally realized he has free will.
Hey, bro, you know what I just realized? You're not stronger than me. Let's go.
Yup. My grandpa had a horse. We nicknamed him Demon because he would do this kind of shit all the time.
Maga, did you know that America is spelled with a C, not 3 Ks?
Hey.
Hey.
How old are you?
9.
What grade are you in?
4th grade.
Okay. Which political party founded the KKK?
Wait till he learns about who supported slavery and the Trail of Tears.
My girlfriend's gonna be rating my exes on a scale of 1 to 10. You ready?
No.
How do you feel about this one? This is my
Why
high
does she
school.
low-key look just like me?
She do kinda. Maybe I
I'm
got a
supposed
type.
to rate her?
Yeah, rate her 1 to 10.
That's so weird. I'm not doing that.
This is just a bad idea.
I gotta rate
She's
her.
like a 7 or something. I don't know.
Alright.
She looks just like me and she's a 7.
7. I do got a type, low-key. Alright, this is the second ex. This one I had
Look at that jawline.
right before college. It was just like only like 3 months.
I'm not gonna lie, she looks like a straight up bitch. She looks like a bitch. Why is her face like that?
I don't know.
I'm not trying to judge. I'm sure she's a great person.
I bet all of those pictures of her.
Oh my God, the bangs are kind of crazy on her. I'm like,
She do go crazy. I'm not gonna lie.
kinda glowing,
She
though.
be going crazy on it. All right. Rate her 1 to 10.
oh, like a 4.
Okay, how we feeling?
Oh!
What? This was just a late night snack.
Okay, I think I understand what's going on here. Are these all stars?
That's your granny?
I wasn't dating her. This was like a late night snack.
Oh my!
Okay, this just got a lot funnier, man.
What do you
Shame on you if you knew what this was from the very first chick.
mean late night snack? She's like 60 years old. Is she already dead?
It don't matter.
When? Oh my!
Rate her.
Whoa!
1 to 10.
Oh my God!
1 to 10.
You were touching those.
1 to 10.
No, but you were touching
I was doing
those.
more than that.
Oh,
1
man.
to 10.
Oh
I feel dumb. I'm so gullible, man.
God!
1 to 10.
Not as gullible as her, though. Jeez.
Gimme!
1 to 10.
3.
All right, how we feeling on this one?
Okay. Okay, 100%. This is a jewelry designer, okay? This is not a adult film star.
I don't know, but
She looks so familiar. I don't know
Oh, really?
if I've seen her before. I like her glasses. Okay, this one's actually really cute. This is reasonable, but like
I do gotta be in time,
you
don't
don't
I?
think? Why do you keep saying
Dang,
that
don't
shit?
hit me like that.
You don't think she's like pretty at me, right?
No, I don't know.
She got nice.
Okay, 1 to 10.
Is this a picture you fucking kept of her?
Maybe.
Yeah, all these pictures are like professionally taken.
You screenshotted it? Why do you still have it?
1 to 10.
I don't know, like a 9.
Cool.
Ugly ass bitch.
She gave me a Khalifa a 9, called her an ugly ass bitch, but the one that looked like her, she gave a 7.
How we feeling about it?
I don't like how she's looking at me like that.
Okay, this
Being
was
super
this was
cute.
right before us. This was right before us.
Right before us?
Yeah.
And you took that? You don't take me to lunch?
Well, she probably paid. She had hella money.
Well, you said that you only like girls with
Okay,
brown
1 to
eyes.
10.
I don't like how she's fucking staring at me.
So what are you feeling?
I'm giving her like a 5, basic average.
Alright,
That's
she
what
went
it's
crazy
giving.
on it though.
What video made you laugh? Drop a comment down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to Conservative Vibes. I'm CV, and I'll see you in the next video.
Hey, Abstract Sneeps. Me and the fellas are heading out to do a look at a cave. So, we'll be there. Also, if you keep an eye on Sundrop for me, he's on top of my house. And if that cat's old enough, I've got Sox's saddle in my storage. So, see you in a little bit.
Okay, good. They're doing the cave. Perfect. I like that. Little ninny poo poo? Not little ninny poo poo. Yeah, I'm gonna go equip you with a saddle. Did he say it was over here at his place? What the hell happened to his bird? That's not a bird anymore. That's a parrot. Your name Parrot? Maybe saddle. Oh, there it is. Sox's old saddle. Stupid dead cat. He was a good kitty, though. You are too, though, little ninny poo poo. I am going to treat you right. Why am I flashing purple? What is it today? Oh, am I thirsty? Always something in this game. Eat, drink, eat and drink. Feed your animals. Here, have some help. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we're gonna have to repaint that. I'm not a fan of the Superman colors, although I do want to see that new movie with the Lex Luthor and the guy with the cape. Forgot his name. Anyway, all right, gotta get back to it. Got a lot of work to do.
Good God.
It's a mess, man.
It's so crazy.
So, yeah, can y'all see the mouth of the cave?
No, I don't see the mouth yet.
Shit, I'm in the water. All right.
Oh, so, did you move, Sam?
I'm sorry, I was crouched. I might have moved.
Yeah, it didn't take much.
I know.
Okay.
Can I get this sail?
Let him drive.
Yeah, let me drive. Thank
There
you.
we go.
Are we just gonna like run for it, or?
I mean, I'm gonna have to follow somebody. I don't even know where we're going.
easy,
Don't get to the
let's
beach.
just
Don't get to the
be-
beach.
All right, well, that's too close.
Yeah.
All right, so then, whoa, can't even turn. No wide turn here?
You don't.
Never with
yeah.
this. All right, easy.
Easy what?
Well, I mean, we don't want to go too far.
Okay, sorry. Oh God, yeah, we got somebody already coming after us.
Where are you going, Simon? What's happening?
Somebody's coming after us.
Okay, we might have to kill this one, huh? Let's kill
Yeah,
this
maybe
one.
so. Maybe so.
About.
All right, let's go. Come on.
How about I move? Yeah, just keep us just out of reach. But also be
All right,
still
and
so we
then
can get a
stop.
shot in.
Easy, easy. Oh, we got more things coming. Let's just go. We got to abandon. We got to go.
This.
Hey, we just killed something. We killed a couple things. All right.
Okay.
I shouldn't drive. I've already proven that, haven't I?
Yeah, why are you driving these?
Because he fell in the water.
Yeah, but what?
Here, I'm getting off. There you go. Somebody drive.
Take it,
All right.
Riley.
Driving?
Oh God. Okay. Here.
Okay, I'm driving.
Yeah, they're turning around. They're turning around.
We don't have time to make decisions. We just gotta do it.
Understand that. I'm not moving, and if I fall off and I'm not moving, it's not my
I
fault.
mean, you made a decision. You said, Simon, you drive.
He did.
Hey, Nippy Poo Poo, I found a treasure map. If I hit this number, boop, a treasure cache level 1 says require shovel. Nippy Poo Poo, I don't ever think I've even seen a shovel in this game. But I noticed when I look at the treasure map, it says, okay, have this in your inventory when you dig, but a shovel. Like Minecraft has shovels. Does Ark have shovels? Hold on, if I go to my Ingrams and I type in shovel, oh, there is a shovel. Well, would you look at that?
Okay, just gonna park the craft sideways.
Okay.
And let's run for it.
There's a cat over here.
Let's
All right,
run for it.
we're running.
All right, I'm following you.
James, I didn't see the entrance, so I am following you as well.
Okay, what in these trees right here?
I don't know, man. I hope you know where you're running.
I don't.
Oh, well,
I
you
thought
just
you said-
literally you jumped off
This
like
is where
you
I
knew.
think it is. I think
Okay.
it's here.
Well, then we really should know.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a cave entrance if I ever
good.
saw
Oh my
one.
God!
Right off the bat.
Shoot!
Oh God.
Don't shoot me!
Oh, that was easy.
Oh,
There's
God.
a cat behind us.
Yeah.
Oh, behind what?
Hey guys, cats behind.
Oh yeah, I saw
Two
that
cats.
cat.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, three. That's 3 cats to the water. Run!
Water.
To the water!
Oh crap, that was rough. I'm shooting.
I'm gonna shoot too.
I think you're dead.
Okay, I've got a cat down. 2 cats down. I think
Okay.
we're good. All right, let's pull back and regroup. Okay, I think it's clear. Behind me?
Yep.
There's a bird.
Oh, bird. Argentavis.
Oh, God. He comes out, and then maybe we run in?
Run in.
How about that?
I lost you around the in the.
Okay.
Oh, we're in the cave.
I know, but
Hold on then. All right, I feel for you. There we
cat.
go. Come on.
Hi.
Hey.
Come and kill the
Oh
bird.
shit! It's another
All right,
bird.
we're gonna kill it, right?
Oh, crap. Here we go.
All right.
Yes.
Jeez Louise.
Oh, man, what broke? My hat?
Good start. Oh, this is pretty.
It is.
And I'll bet dangerous.
I mean, so far it's
I
not
dare
friendly.
say.
My eyes don't like this.
What do you,
just,
oh, because it's overload.
just like fluorescent throw up everywhere.
It's not bad around here. I don't mind this.
All right.
Don't see any threats yet. Just some water.
It's just the colors are gorgeous. I
Yeah,
love it.
beautiful.
It's hard to see threats with all this mess.
Is this a swimmer?
Think so? You jump in. We see.
A cave down below.
All right.
Okay, right behind you.
Shit. There you go.
Oh yeah.
I'm going to the right and up.
Yep, we got you in sight.
Fingers crossed. On my toes.
Any threats?
Not yet. Okay. So we break off to the left when we go back into the water.
Got it. Remember that, Simon.
Break off to the left.
When you get back in the water.
Yeah.
This is wow.
Ooh, scorpion.
Oh, hey.
Oh shit.
Got it. Okay. Oh boy.
Oh, another one.
Oh, yeah. Where's the shirt?
And another one.
Oh no.
Damn, this little girl is faster than most of us. Holy shit.
Is he? Oh god.
He's dead now.
How strong is this thing?
Very strong.
There we go.
Shit.
All right, Simon, we might pass out. Grab some bushes. Are these bushes?
They shit.
We might need to get some, what you call it?
Oh, stimberries?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Stimberries? Yep. I'm gonna eat 2 of these. Okay. Hopefully I will not
stimberries.
pass.
Did I get any? No stimberries.
Are you passing out?
No, not so far.
Drink some water.
You have water with you?
We just swam through water, Simon.
Okay, well I mean, we did, didn't we?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Guys are dead.
That's not good. Oh, I got a stimberry, but it looks like I don't need it yet.
Yeah, save it for later.
Yeah. Ooh, you're pretty quick, little nippy poo poo.
Hey, I'm Joe.
Oh, how's the cave going?
I died.
Oh yeah, all right. You get back to your stuff?
Yeah.
You want me to haul you over there with a bird?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do that. Yeah, meet me over here at the birdery.
Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you.
Check this out. Have you seen the infinity pool?
Ooh.
Like this is that's sick, right?
Yeah, but hold on. Okay, let me tell you if it. Okay.
Isn't that what it is? Like when it's like
Yeah.
I fucked right up to the water.
Yeah, exactly. I guess this would qualify.
Yeah, that's like a little infinity pool.
Yeah, I wish is it marble?
I think so.
Okay, if that marble on the far end, like if it was like a more of a blue and it just like, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. Paint it. Yeah, I'll look in to see if I can paint that.
And then it's definitely infinity because it's got the illusion even more so.
Gotcha. All right, meet me at the dock. I'll haul you back to this cave or whatever.
Great, thank you, or whatever.
Yeah, and then I have a treasure map.
Oh, damn it.
What, you want to do treasure map?
Well, I gotta get my stuff.
I mean, we can get your stuff and then bail on those guys.
My stuff's in the cave, and then I'd have to run out of the cave. It'd be weird. I wouldn't know how to, like, word it.
Okay, gotcha. Here, let me turn around and grab you. Yoink.
Thank you.
Gotcha.
You think we're ready for this?
No, this looks like a nightmare.
Those are bats.
Yeah.
I don't have my good gun either. It's broke.
Bats are awful. We could have 8 good guns. I wouldn't think they would do it.
Yeah. No, I just want to come here and scope, you know, like, Dallas?
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, we watched your body.
Wait, what the
we
hell?
Mourned.
That's not my items.
No, this is something that dropped. Your body's right here.
Yeah, I know I know, but that was my bag.
Your bag doesn't spawn near your body, does it? You get your stuff out of your body, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, what?
Hey, you know how many bats are here?
Did you count them?
Yeah.
How many?
17.
Hear that, Dallas? 17 bats.
What the fuck is going on here?
What
That's
are you
great.
doing?
That's great. I'm glad you counted them.
What's happening right now?
Well, it's good. Oh, I see. It shows all the
18.
18 bats?
Thank you, Simon. It shows all the dies that I have.
Yeah.
And I was up top. It threw me.
You're acting like this is the first time you've ever died in this game.
I rarely die.
Right.
Why isn't that?
Any more bats, Simon?
No, I think it's 18's a good estimate.
Okay.
Oh, that's not to mention. Oh my God. There's a bunch that are down even lower.
Yeah. I
Like,
think this is going to take us a while to prepare for, you know?
It's making my balls like feel funny.
Yep.
You know when you look down like somewhere where I'm afraid I'm gonna fall.
You feel it in your balls?
Yeah.
Yep, I feel it in my testicles.
All you gotta do, Simon, is crouch before you walk to the edge.
No, that's just
So
that's
lame-looking.
Minecraft.
Well,
I'm gonna come push you.
you hear this guy?
What?
He knows his games.
Oh, did he bring up a second game?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, because I'll forget that in Minecraft still.
I
Oh,
miss old
shit.
Simon. It fell for stuff.
This is this is insane.
Yeah.
How big is this cave, Neebs?
18 bats big.
18.
It's big.
Man, that looks so cool. Volcano to the right, redwoods to the left. But this treasure, is it underwater? Seriously? An underwater treasure? I gotta deal with this shit? Oh, man. Okay, let's see what we're dealing with. Let's park on this beach. Uh-oh. Hey, excuse me, Spotlight. It's raining, I call it cold. Hey! Oh, God, no. Spotlight, it's just a bug. Spotlight? All right, there you go. Now chill. Stay... Spotlight? Here we go. Hey! Yo, you stay still. Stay still. What is that, a terror bird? Spotlight.
All right, hear me out.
Okay.
Tiny little bunkery thing. We get the weapons we want, or even one of the that shoot the spears. Like
Okay.
there's one on Simon's place.
Yeah.
And we just start taking these fuckers out.
Well, if I think we have cave building on. So we
Oh
could-
yeah, forgot about that.
If that's
Yeah.
a thing, yeah. And then also, what about like auto turrets?
Oh yeah, I'm just saying, something up here fortified, and we just tear them down and slowly move down, maybe even move the operation here and there. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I like that. That's a good goal. Plus, you know, we could shoot them
Any
with
of
good old
the
simple bullets.
teleport quests that
That,
Kanan
along
asked.
with whatever else we have, and
exactly.
the safety of a tiny bunker.
Yes.
Can we, Neebs?
One
I think it
of
might take
them
us a
that I
little
know
while
is a
to
pain in the
prep for that,
ass is
Yeah, but I think it would be a good idea. I'm not really asking you, but
I mean,
you
it seems
you
appropriate.
Why
yours
don't we put all of our
the
stuff,
one for the
go back
jungle.
home, put all of our stuff away,
yeah.
and then we
your
just run.
your
And see what's
Get as much intel as we
teleport.
can.
see
I
what we're
can't
dealing
remember. I
with.
don't remember how you pronounce it. Yes, that one.
I don't know. You said run.
That one. That one's a pain in the ass because you have to.
Okay.
But
You have to fight lizards
let's run.
in order to get a marble drop, and the marble drop is ass. The marble drop rate is ass. It's so
What are you
bad.
saying that we should run?
All right, let's go back.
I spent days.
All right, just
Let's run.
Well, not days, but I spent like
Forrest Gump the shit.
Exactly.
like an hour or two a day
Well, you didn't start
just farming it, and I still haven't gotten the drop yet. And I had ninja suck.
If I listened every time you spoke,
It's real
God,
ass.
it'd be a nightmare.
So bad. Drop rate is so bad.
There we go. Oh, now what is that? Oh my God! Just stop throwing shit at me, would you? What am I hearing? Oh, it's something. It's two things back here fighting. Man, I just want to get this damn treasure and get out of here. There's nothing but shit on the beach. What's going on back here? Hairbird? Nope. Spotlight wants in on this. Yep, that's right. That's right. You picked a fight. The meanest damn bird in town, and now you're dead. Okay.
Yeah, especially if you're gonna level.
One moment of damn peace around here so I can dig up this fucking treasure. Good God, Dimorphodon, I think you're a Dimorphodon, but if you get in my way. All right, Spotlight, chill out, buddy. We seem pretty clear, except for that T-Rex down the road. Shovel. Let me pull out the shovel. Bam. Ooh. Huh? Let's see. Treasure cache level 1 within dig range. Ooh, it's glowy. Glowy shovel. Oh, well, okay, so I just had to be near it. And I found it? Okay, that's sweet. I thought that was gonna be a whole thing. And what we got here? Hey, some Ascendant fur gauntlets. That's actually pretty fucking sweet. I will take that for sure. And then a bar of soap and some chitin. Okay, well the gauntlets.
I'll take that just for the blade.
The soap and the thing can fuck right off.
Just for the transmog.
No big deal. I can repair the armor. Well, Spotlight, that was successful, except for you being a mad person. Yeah, we shouldn't leave this hide. Good hide. We need it back at base. We can repair my armor. It got broken when Spotlight decided he was just going to piss off every Dimorphodon in the damn county.
How's it look?
I mean, you know how it looks.
How's it look where we're going?
Pretty tame right there. If we just bust right in there. Yeah, straight shot to it. Beach it.
Okay.
Yeah, it bust in.
I see a scorpion.
Oh, there's a scorpion.
Yep. All right, I'll try to go deep and do a 180.
A 180.
Just no, 3 to 3. Okay.
Why are you still wearing your clothes, Neves?
These are cheap clothes. Don't bring your good clothes. What I meant to say.
Fine.
But you should have some protection.
Well, listen, the other guy doesn't
Where
have
is it?
any.
Why
It's
am
right
I not?
here.
Huh?
It's right here.
Okay, did I?
Nope, right here. See?
Did I go too far?
Nope, go to your right. Go to your right. Watch out, there's a scorpion coming.
I know.
Alice,
Come on now.
come on.
I know.
Okay, I can't wait for you.
Okay.
The scorpion is coming after us.
I'm behind the scorpion. Sorry about that.
Okay, nobody run.
I gotta deal with this shit.
All right, I'm running.
But I cheated and I brought a weapon I don't really care about. Okay, going.
Yeah, did I?
Oh, yeah, why the hell didn't we? I could have brought a weapon I didn't care about.
Yeah, are we clear? Did I bring something? Nah, I meant to bring that dumb hammer I don't like. Okay.
Hey.
We're gonna go dive and then to the left or right?
We're just diving in.
Just dive it in. They're supposed to dive a particular way.
Guys is obviously doing something.
Okay, Dora.
You good?
Cool how that bird stays on your back even underwater.
It's a great bird as far as staying on your back goes.
Pelicans are great divers.
Holy shit, the bats are closer.
Okay. How much closer?
Count them, Simon.
Okay, I'm gonna count.
Don't get their attention. I'm gonna go around this other way because it's like a shoehorn.
Right.
Not a shoehorn, a horseshoe.
Well, maybe I should go that way too.
This way doesn't look better, Dralis.
No, I mean I get that, but I can see a little bit further out on this rock. Can we go down to the? No. Hey, but there is a way to keep going down if you want to follow me.
Yeah. I just want to catch my breath first.
All right.
Boom. I love the bird duck. Absolutely in love with the bird duck. Yeah, you stay still. I wish it were by default you stay still. Like when I get up, stay still. Let's get out here, let's get on the bird dog, let's stay on the bird dog. You stay still. Test me today. Shitting all over my dog. All right, hey Nippy Poo Poo. Let's see, any messages?
Hey, Abstract names. We stopped by. Whenever we are, going back in the cave. Whatever.
Perfect.
Wow, you're just going for it, huh?
Jumping.
Now you're going to try to crouch. Something's coming after you.
He's got bats on him.
Oh, wow. Bad.
Oh, God. He's got bats on him.
Oh shit!
Follow me.
Follow me, I'm trying.
I'm
I'm
going back
jumping in
in
the
the
water.
That didn't sound good. Dallas? Simon? Ooh, wonder if they got any intel.
Neebs!
Oh, how'd you get back so quick?
I put a sleeping bag on the other side of that the water we first come to.
Whatever, you should have told us all to do that.
I didn't think about it until I left the house.
Okay, you think your bird's still
You should
alive?
have told us we could have used crafty armor.
I mean, I thought it was a given.
It wasn't.
Is that a bat? Coming? It's coming.
Okay.
Go get your bird.
I don't. Well, for the bat?
Yeah.
Neebs, they're all back in the cave. Like, we have been, what's the word? Compromised?
Yeah.
I kind of want to take the jump and hopefully land in water.
Okay, go for it.
I'm gonna.
Go get it, buddy. Did you make it?
Did not.
Did you make it?
He did not make it.
I'm running for it. Oh, the bird! 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 Okay. Protect the bird. Oh, God. Scorpion! Whoa! Stuck on a beetle or something. Oh, God. What am I in? Too many colors. Oh, God. Okay. Is there water here? Whoop! Okay. Take it all in. Water! Water! Ah!
What's up?
Man, this place is looking very nice.
Yeah, opulent. I like this. I think is the correct terminology, sir.
Did you say it's opulent?
Opulent, much like your vest, sir. I find it to be very opulent.
Opulent?
I think that means like fancy.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I just like that word.
Yeah, no, I think it's a very opulent word.
Yeah, big, fancy.
Yeah, it's very fancy.
Hi.
Hey.
Wait, can't go again?
Yeah, it's going fine. We got ideas.
Oh man, they're caves. They're always a nightmare.
Oh yeah, this one's a particular nightmare.
Yeah, but you can prepare. Like your idea is very solid.
I got a fun idea, Astro. I think you'd like it.
Okay, I'm open to hear your idea, Dragon.
How are you? I like the echo in here already.
Yeah. Hello.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Yeah, okay. No, it's pollen season. Yeah, a lot of dust in here.
Echoing in that. Oh,
Yeah.
There you go.
Dave, what are you doing?
The only bed available is this weird one out in this little island thing.
This weird one out in this little island thing.
That's very well spoken. You understand what I said?
Yeah. Oh, I do see you. Hey, what's up?
Okay, so we need more beds, for one. And, yeah, this is going to be a challenge.
Yeah, okay, it always is, right?
Yeah.
Let's go into a cave. And I'm like, ugh, no, I'd rather stay and build.
We didn't even bring animals. Like, imagine we bring animals and you could build in the cave. We can make the mouth of the cave a home.
Hold. Can we build in caves?
I don't know.
Yeah, we can. That's what we were told. That's what the plan is.
It's a server setting. I don't know what it's on.
What? That changes everything, doesn't it, Abstract?
It does. If I could build in a cave, I'll go in a cave.
Hey, give me a foundation or something, and I'll go find out for you.
All right. Yeah. Hold on. I got you one.
Okay.
Science, baby.
Simon, you What? You're really getting too knowledgeable. I don't like it.
What? Need liking science?
Just knowing stuff.
I'm sorry. All right, yeah, here. 2 stone foundation site.
Okay, I got it. I will be back.
Yeah, get on out there.
Okay,
Do
actually,
something fun.
Simon, could you drop me off on your bird?
I want to go with you. You tell me where to go, I'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, take a jump.
Oh, I might die before I get there. Okay.
Easy. Okay.
Yep. Okay, I'm in the cave, Simon.
All right, good. Oh, he's coming. The scorpion's coming behind.
Okay, it's giving me green. I think I can build it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Lay it down.
Yeah, I laid a foundation.
There you go.
Whew. Okay, are you still out here?
I am.
All right. Oh, God, I passed out.
You did? Hold on. Hero style!
I don't think you can pick me up when I'm sleeping.
All right, I can't. I picked up the thing. Bam, dropping them. All right, now it drugged me. Hopefully, there you are.
In
Hold
the
on.
trees.
You're right there, right, buddy?
Sing me a song.
I'll sing you a song about sleeping. This is a song that makes you sleep. Oh, sleep.
Watch your back, Simon!
Oh, jeez! You're gonna, yeah. That's what happens when you don't wake up. Thank you, Mr. T-Rex.
Creepy and cool TikToks that will blow your mind. Are you ready? Are you ready? Let's go!
Disclaimer. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Please do your own research, as these clips haven't been fact-checked.
Where is my monster? Has to be somewhere.
Fucking white light. You need to go back to training.
Yeah, it's so
White light or red light, but night vision doesn't really matter. This is how we see you. A lot of people have come to believe that using a red light makes you invisible to everyone but the user, but that's not the case. You can use it the right way and the wrong way. If you're walking around with it, you can still see it with night vision just as well as you can see white light. If you're gonna do it close to the ground and use it minimally and undercover like a poncho.
Isn't the advantage of red light that it keeps your eyes adjusted to the dark?
So Diddy had cameras all throughout his house, and he invited people to come over and do wild things, and he videotaped them without them knowing. And he kept those tapes. And he did this to have power over people, to guarantee their silence, to guarantee their cooperation. And he's doing this to control not just powerful people, but the people around him working close to him. At some point, he must have thought this was the smartest thing he ever came up with.
Yeah.
But now it looks like the dumbest choice he ever made. He made tapes of himself committing crimes. When the government raided his homes, they took those tapes. People are saying, oh, Puff can use the tapes to get out of trouble. No. This is evidence against him. He created the evidence they're going to use against him. The tapes are going to make all of this way worse.
His father worked for Frank Lucas. Of course, Diddy felt like he was above the law. You know what? Just release the tapes.
The Aswang is a creature from Philippine folklore, often depicted as a shape-shifting monster or vampire. It is known for its ability to transform into various forms, such as a large dog, bird, or human.
No
The
way.
Aswang is notorious for preying on pregnant women and children, with some legends describing it as a nocturnal creature that consumes flesh and blood. Been associated with dark magic and malevolence, the Aswang is a central figure in Filipino horror stories and superstitions. The ultimate fear surrounding the Aswang lies in its eerie ability to blend into society, hiding its true nature from unsuspecting victims. Watch out, you might be sitting next to an Aswang.
Fun fact, you need garlic to scare Aswang away. Hey, this one is funny. Is that Diddy?
Yes, oh man! Hey, look, I tried my best not to end up like you, but I've been a bad boy. I thought they were gonna let me slide. I went on vacation, I'm on boats, Cancun, but they picked me up. Telling that, Daddy. Hey, we ain't gonna be sitting around, man. We gonna work. I'm trying to sign somebody, Daddy. Y'all wanna hear that talent, Daddy? Sign. Kels, he signed. He a bad boy. Hey, you gonna write for him? I'm gonna produce it, and we take it over the whole prison. Oh, I'm a savage. I get what I want. Come to my bro, we proceed to get this prison what they need. Jail cells.
God damn. Jail cell.
Boy, I don't know what you're talking about,
God
Playboy.
damn.
They gonna sue? Well, they gonna sue for you.
They go sue.
You Playboy, man, we bad boys. Hell no, Benny, you getting released. How's he getting released? He the same as me. Cause I still got niggas on tape. I still got you on tape, man. Take this. I got pen and letter at home. No female business. You gotta tell me you gotta get us on the phone. He'll be back.
Diddy's kids taking over for the rest of the year.
So they got him?
Yeah.
Do they got him?
They got him for real? Like
yeah, they got him.
Yeah. No bond, no nothing?
Nope, they denied him. They denied him. Yeah.
So what all did they get?
Baby oil.
I know about the baby oil and the loot. I'm talking about, did they get all the footage? All of it?
Yeah, they got all the footage. Years and years of footage. They said they got everything.
I ain't been since. I mean, I was at the one in 07. On the we did a few 2010 in Miami.
Yeah, Miami.
He wasn't recording the whole time though, was he?
Come on now. Who we talking about?
Damn, yeah, that is Diddy. That's
yeah. Yeah.
I don't even remember what I did. Damn. How far are we from the airport?
About 20 minutes.
You gonna run?
All right, call the jet.
Yes, sir. I'm on it.
Call the jet.
I'm on it. Where you trying to go?
Hell, I don't know. Mali, Morocco, somewhere.
Go to Bali.
All right. All right. Yes, sir.
Yeah, call the jet.
Celebrate when they get Clive Davids. And Gail on the morning show look nervous.
Tree falls into a river. One end sometimes absorbs more water, becoming heavier. Now, this forces the waterlogged end to sink, while the lighter end pokes out of the water. This vertical log bobs up and down and is barely visible. If a boat hits one, they can rip through the hull like a missile, splintering wood and tearing metal with brutal force. The impact can be so severe that it compromises the boat's structural integrity.
We just got the first human arrested by a robot before GTA 6. So recently there was this wild standoff in Texas where a guy named Felix de la Rosa had barricaded himself inside this motel and started shooting at cops. So to keep officers safe, police sent in this bomb squad robot to spray tear gas into the room and get him the hell out. Felix tried to fight back by shooting at the robot and throwing a sheet over its head so it couldn't see. But as he was climbing out of the window, the robot literally ran him over and pinned him to the ground. Eventually, he surrendered and was arrested. And as if getting arrested by a robot isn't shameful enough, he was wanted for a completely different crime as well.
What? Bro made a history. The first man arrested by a robot. That's the coolest way to get arrested.
If you shoot at a propane tank, most people assume it will explode spectacularly. But is this actually true? Well, propane tanks are designed to withstand significant impact and pressure. When a bullet penetrates it, it may cause a leak as the propane escapes in gas form. However, for an explosion to occur, the gas needs to mix with air in the right proportion and then somehow ignite. And simply shooting the tank very rarely provides the necessary spark to ignite the gas.
If I remember correctly, I think Mythbusters went over this. Wow. No way. You know what? I hope I can touch the snow once in my life.
Top 3 businesses I would never start. Number 1, restaurants. 2 reasons, cash and time. Your 2 most valuable commodities. The failure rate of restaurants is huge, but they also require you to be on site an insane amount of hours, and they suck up massive amounts of cash and spit out low margins. Number 2, retail fashion. Again, 2 reasons, time and money. You buy inventory today, hoping you made the right decision and it sells in 8 months. Not to mention returns, SKUs, sizes, all of that stuff.
Right.
Number 3, personal services business. Hairstyle, dog walker, etc. You're basically selling yourself. Hard to scale that. People always think, I'll just franchise. But there's a reason it's so fragmented. These are great lifestyle businesses, though. They can generate a lot of income, just impossible to sell. Good luck.
What is the best business to start? You sell a class on how to start a business.
I knew it. For
Thank you.
years, I was telling people this, and let it be a lesson to never take anything at face value, because Oprah's been screwing the world for years, and it's sad because no one made a video about it. Now, don't worry, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about, but to give you guys some backstory. Oprah Winfrey was one of those people that took our hearts from the very beginning, that her show literally is the most iconic thing in the world. Something always threw me off about her. Like something in my mind didn't click every time I watched her. Now, if you've ever read a book about Robert Greene, you understand that he talks about demasking people for who they really are. Now, if you take it one step further and talk about the art of seduction, it talks about people that are good at seducing are very outward oriented. They're never focused on themselves but the person they're talking to. Now, Oprah's the best at this. I mean, she's gained over $2 billion for doing this technique alone. But seduction and manipulation are the same thing. It's all about intent.
I'll take it a step further with Oprah. I think she's a psychopath. Really? Yeah. Man. Yeah. Woo. Yeah, Oprah's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Oprah and Tyler, because they've spent most of their lives with all this black support.
The 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Read it and you will understand.
Get back. Get back. Hey! No. Hey! Back. That's enough. No. That is enough. Get.
Ooh.
No. No.
Stand your ground. He's trying to be the alpha. There's a no. Ooh. This is creepy. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Uh-oh, man. It's even pulled his pants down.
You think it's a game? It ain't a game. It's San Andreas fault from the hit. That tsunami gonna come and swallow all of this. I'm talking to the crib. I'm talking
What?
to the floods. Evacuate. Before that earthquake hit.
This make me think of the story of Noah. What do you think?
If you want to know whether or not you can be easily manipulated, then you need to watch this movie, because it's definitely going to test you. I'm talking about the 2018 Screen Life thriller film called Profile. And you guys, when I tell you that this one is wild, I am not lying to you. This movie follows the story of a woman named Amy. She is a journalist, and her next investigation is honestly terrifying. Amy decides to go undercover and infiltrate these extremist groups online. This group is known for seducing young women on social media, coercing them to abandon everything that they once knew and join them in their home country as their wives. But little do they know what horrifying things are to come. So Amy starts this investigation and immediately meets this recruiter named Bilal. And at first she's gathering all this useful information, but after spending so much time building a relationship with this person, she soon finds herself in a very twisted and dangerous situation. And you know what? I'm not going to spoil that for you yet. But what I will tell you is that the ending had me screaming. This is one of my top favorite films of all time, so if you want to watch it for yourself, again, it's called Profile. And it's available right now on Peacock, Hulu, and Sling TV. And if you don't mind renting it, it's also on Prime Video and Apple TV. Now, if you've seen it, I have to know your thoughts. What did you think about the movie? Go ahead and let me know in the comment section.
I just want to ask, before I watch it, does it have any stereotypes that make, you know, you roll your eyes? Because I'm not watching it if that's the case.
Behind these doors is how the 0.1% of the world lives. Come with me. This is a $50 million mansion.
$1 million? Ooh, Maybach.
Now around here, this is your entrance.
Ooh.
To your insane basement. Look at this, with an indoor pool, looking out at your Bugatti. What in the world? All right, come on, guys, come on. You have your man cave, pool room, looking on to your cars.
$50 million?
How extra is this? Grab your popcorn or sit the night. Look.
Okay.
All right, come on in, guys. Look at this. Your private cinema. Oh my God. It is insane. Both doors open. Bam! Around here, you've got a DJ section and an outdoor private space. Look, no one can see you here. No neighbors. Totally private.
Of course, this $50 million.
In just a second. Come with me, come on! This house will keep you fit. Bentley furniture. Are you ready to see the view?
All right.
Ready? Come on out.
What's that, LA?
Huge backyard. And then you're straight on to the golf course. This is one of the most exclusive areas in Dubai. All right.
Oh, Dubai. No library?
Hermes. All right. That's not the exciting.
Forget about the pillow.
But I will show you where it leads you. Ready? Level 1. This lift leads you directly into your master suite.
Ooh.
Straight in. So this is your own personal living room, and then around here you have your bathroom, and in here you have his and hers closets. And look, it's a secret. It is. So with fingerprint, okay, you buzz yourself in, and you have a secret safe.
Oh, I think it's a wine room.
From your bedroom, and look how much natural light there is. Come check this out. Right, we're going up. Going up. Ta-da! Right, around here, you've got your sun area in summer that's already air conditioned, and this is the old one. Look at this. How epic is this, guys? What? Right, we have one more surprise, and we got to go downstairs to show you. We're going to magically transport down there right now.
All right.
Come with me. Right here.
Right
you
here.
place your favorite car into your glass box inside your house. What? And then through here. If this was my house, that would be in the middle of my living room. Through here, you have your study, so your guests bring them in, and then have a view.
Your Sally.
That's pretty epic. All right, there's your $50 million villa. What do you guys think? You like it?
Scott,
It's a house, yes, but is it a home?
as if you could smell this right now. OMG. Snaffles. Oh, Lord, this is nasty. Oh, my goodness, this is gross. It has to be up in this hollow here.
Here he is!
You found him? Oh, my Lanta.
Malenta?
I'm coming.
What's that mean?
Oh, my Lanta.
Screaming he's deteriorated is actually wild.
Diddy is going to jail. Quite some time ago, I talked about Puff Daddy. I talked about Homeland Security raiding his residence. When I talked about this, I made it clear that when Homeland Security comes after you, there's going to be charges. We talked about the charges. As of today, he has been arrested, and this is his indictment. A couple of things that are interesting. Once, they got all of his nicknames listed on the indictment. Puff, Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Diddy, PD, and Love.
Ooh.
He has charged with racketeering. What is racketeering? Simplest way to describe it is racketeering is like some mob shit. It's literally saying that you have a legal organization, but what the government says is your legal organization is doing illegal shit and trying to hide it. And that's what they're saying about Puff Daddy, that you have an organization, and that boy, take that, and they're all engaged in doing illegal stuff to promote the overreaching goals of the enterprise, which is you, Diddy. I expect as far as that racketeering count, they're going to be naming a bunch of other people, and all those people will eventually cooperate and snitch on Diddy and go down. Number two, which I thought was very interesting in talking about the massive indictment, is a couple of things. They talk about the fact in this enterprise, they call it freak-offs. They mention freak-offs throughout the point in the indictment. They say after freak-offs, Combs and the victim typically receive IV fluids to recover from physical exertion.
That is wild.
Damn. And then number two in the indictment, which I thought was absolutely interesting, law enforcement seized various freak-off supplies, including narcotics and more than 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant.
Wow.
I don't think they mentioned that shit to be nice. They said, Diddy, you in trouble. Then they also charged him with sex trafficking, which we already talked about, and they also charged him with basically transporting women across county lines to engage in prostitution. So, Diddy's going to jail. We asked him the difference between federal court prosecution and state court prosecution. Federal court prosecution, what ends up happening, the easiest way I describe it is the feds do the work before they arrest an individual usually. So they build their case, so they have a very large case, a good case against the person that they're going after. They spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of energy going after somebody. State court cases, a lot of time they do the research and work after they've already arrested. Translation, if somebody comes to somebody and says, that guy hit me, that guy raped me, that guy stole from me, he gets arrested right then and there and he gets started looking into it. Federal government, they take their time, energy, and effort, and that's what they're doing against Diddy.
Anything else?
So when somebody asks me what do I think is likely to happen, the federal government usually comes after you, your ass is
Ooh. You know, Cat Williams was being that serious when he said Diddy be wanting to party and you gotta tell him no. Oh! Whoa! So he didn't know that a company takeover is typically done using lawyers? I cannot keep up anymore. Everything is crumbling.
A woman who sold everything to go on a cruise has been banned from the ship after her private chat was leaked. Divorced mom of two Jenny Phoenix sold everything to embark on a $350,000 cruise around the world, but the trip has been plagued by major delays. Problems renovating the ship have left passengers stranded in Belfast, Ireland for 3 months. Phoenix vented to fellow passengers in a WhatsApp group about the delays, but the messages were leaked to the owners of Villa V residences, and now she's been banned for behavior impacting community morale. Her deposit has been partially refunded, but she says she will have to stay with her daughter until she figures out a whole new plan for her life.
You know, did she sign an agreement not to speak about it? This sounds illegal. And what was she going to do after the 3 years cruise ended?
Now, if you thought that the Diddy situation was over and done with, you might want to think again, because 50 Cent just pulled up with receipts of Diddy allegedly clapping Marlon Wayans behind. Y'all, they're talking real crazy. Marlon himself opened the floodgates when he went on Shannon Sharp's Club Shay Shay podcast, where he brought up Diddy's parties and provoked. He swore to the heavens and back that even though he often attended Diddy's parties, he never saw anything weird happening, and he never took part in the creepy things that happened. However, 50 Cent just hit him with the use card and pulled up with the evidence of Marlon at Diddy's parties. Even more, 50 Cent is now claiming that Marlon was allegedly Diddy's boy toy. So does 50 Cent really have videos of Marlon's freak off with Diddy? Let's talk about it.
Diddy was the ghost in Haunted House. You know.
Ever heard of the story of Gilgamesh? The story was written 2000 BC. The story talks about how he was 2/3 God and 1/3 man. The claim was that he was 17 feet tall.
Oh man.
And he was this brutal king, a tyrant. But the story goes that he was buried under the Euphrates River.
That's drying up.
Well, here's the thing. In 2003, archaeologist by the name of Jörg Fassbinder, he was in the Mesopotamia area doing like the whole LiDAR thing. And what he said is, I have found the tomb of Gilgamesh.
Oh my gosh.
But it's underground, right? So they have to like dig it up. Guess what happened 1 month later?
Earthquake.
The US invades Iraq.
Oh my gosh!
No way.
This is where it gets crazy.
Yeah.
All the archaeological sites were then stopped in Iraq, so stop digging, you're out of here. And the US military set up an encampment around the tomb site. But the locals around this encampment reported that the US military were digging at night, taking things out of the ground and putting them onto trucks and driving them off.
Oh.
We're villains.
We are Dr. Evil.
Is that not? I mean,
that's crazy. Where'd you learn this?
A bunch of.
This information is not suitable for the viewing public. The government is here to protect you.
You know, Hillary's emails talk about finding Gilgamesh tomb.
After seeing that Vegas dome, we should understand that we are in spiritual warfare at the very highest peak right now, yo. And something is just giving me this like discernment to like talk to y'all real quick about this shit, you feel me? And if y'all didn't see the Vegas video, go check out my last video before this one, yo. They literally just smacked us in the face, yo. Y'all, and I find this real strange that they just put this up, right before the shit's coming up in November. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Only the real eyes is going to understand what's going on. I've been telling my followers literally since 2020, yo, that some shit is going to occur, yo, and it's going to be some sci-fi shit. Y'all understand how many people live in Vegas and did not see that shit. It's just but a miracle somebody was recording it, John, bro. Understand what I'm trying to tell you, yo. Understand. At this point, I just want the crypto market to go up so I can get rich in that joint and get the hell out of Dodge.
Yup. You know, this ship is going to be much larger. 2025, year of transformation of AI.
I said, well, because you asked me, I really would like to eat the pasta patate.
Pasta patate.
Pasta patate. I don't like pasta patate. That's all you making me cook pasta patate.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't make you ask me. I'm not telling you what I like. I'm not telling you gotta cook it.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. You asked me what I like, I told you.
You know what, Patsy? You always want to be right.
There she goes.
There she goes.
Right. That is right.
Yeah.
And the right
For you,
wrong.
it's right.
And her right is wrong.
The correct answer is I like pasta patate, but I know you don't like it, so we can have whatever you feel like eating instead.
This is the terrifying moment a grandmother was found alive while being suffocated by a python in a 4-hour attack. Aram Aranraj was washing dishes in her outdoor kitchen when a sudden sharp pain in her thigh made her look down. To her horror, she discovered a massive python coiling around her leg. Aram attempted to pull the snake off, but as she lost her balance, the 45-pound serpent wrapped itself around her torso, squeezing tighter with each passing moment. She fought to free herself for over 2 hours, her strength waning with every breath. Her desperate cries for help were finally heard by a neighbor who alerted authorities. Dramatic footage shows Aram in visible distress as the python constricts her waist.
Look at that.
She was rushed to a hospital where her relatives anxiously gathered by her side. Aram explained, "The snake just would not let go of me. I'm sure it was waiting for me to die so it could eat me. So I just prayed and did my best to stay alive." It took authorities over 30 minutes to pry the snake from her body, after which they released it back into the forest. It's a miracle she's still alive.
Yeah, I would have killed that shit.
The
Oh,
python
so
tried to kill her and they released it back to the forest. How about Zoo?
Y'all, this about to be one freaky ass trial. First of all, there are celebrities stepping down from their positions left and right. I'm about to let you know who that is and who this list of people that their feds or the prosecution is gonna want to talk to. And there's some names on that list. And this is a drawing of Diddy in the courtroom. I'm about to show y'all all the drawings. I don't know why they got him looking like R. Kelly, but I like Diddy looking mean as hell in them little courtroom drawings, like he judging everybody in the room except himself. But anyway, some of those names that are on the list that the prosecution wants to either charge or needs them to be a cooperating witness are as follows: Mary J. Blige, L.A. Reid, Russell Simmons, Roger Bonds. If you remember him, I think he said he worked security for Diddy and he knew a lot of shit. Quincy Combs, Justin Combs, Gene Deal. Man, look how Diddy look. Diddy Kelly. This Diddy, y'all.
Diddy Kelly.
He look mad as fuck. Look at him. This one look crazy too. Now right here, he look like the
Diddy
Dipper.
Kelly.
But the person who actually had to step down was Kevin Lyles, and everybody know him and Diddy like this. No Diddy. He stepped down from 300, which is connected to Warner Brother Music, and they are saying that a lot more execs are gonna follow. Oh, and I think I figured out who ordered them 1,000 bottles of lube, or what era started it. It was Mohawk Diddy.
Mohawk Diddy.
Anybody know
Right.
Mohawk Diddy was running them up? I'm out.
They need to televise this. Mary J. Blige, where you at?
South Korea sent some of their biggest artists to North Korea. Why? People just had so many questions. Like, why was Red Velvet specifically chosen to go to North Korea? It's actually unknown why any of these artists were specifically chosen. It's not even revealed why Red Velvet was chosen out of all the girl groups. They're just wondering, it feels random. That's why people came up with the conclusion that Kim Jong-un must be a fan. And the girls take a moment to say hi to the crowd, and the 4 girls are standing in a line on stage, and Irene, I love Irene, she picks up her microphone and she speaks to the people of North Korea, and it feels like she's, I don't know how she handled this so well, but she could barely breathe. She just danced her heart out, and she's saying live vocals, and she says, "It's an honor to see Red Velvet at the Pyongyang concert. First of all, you may all be unfamiliar with the charm of Red Velvet. Red of Red Velvet is a combination of intense red, and velvet of Red Velvet is a combination of softness. It means that Red Velvet will show you a variety of songs and dances." Sorry, I'm out of breath. Just one moment, please. And the crowd starts clapping really loudly.
오늘
This is the only time the crowd reacts to the girl group, is when Irene is out of breath and trying to catch her breath. I don't know if it's because they find Irene cute. Some people say that Kim Jong-un allegedly might have started the clapping. And you only clap when the supreme leader be clapping, and allegedly Irene is his bias. Afterwards, there is a photo that they take, and Kim Jong-un is in the center. His wife is on the left of him. 3 members of Red Velvet, the other 3 members, Yeri, Wendy, and Sugi, they're on the far left end, about 3 people away from the supreme leader. So there's like 3 people in between them and the supreme leader. But Irene is not standing next to the rest of her girl group. Instead, she's standing at the center of the photo, holding a bouquet of white lilies, standing on the other side of Kim Jong-un. But of course, she's smiling for her life because, you know, her life depends on it, but she's trying to lean as far away from Kim Jong-un as possible. Her body is practically bent at a 90-degree angle to one side. She's like, okay, that's what she's doing. Kim just looks dead at the camera. It seems like Irene is his bias.
I think they were there because Kim Jong-un's daughter loves Red Velvet.
This is not done by any volcanoes. Come on, come on. You still believe the media? They say this is made by volcanoes, but it's the only place in the world that is goddess. So
Devil's Tower in Wyoming has the same hexagon outcrops.
Stevie J should be charged. Mary J. Blige should also be charged. Jennifer Lopez
should be charged.
Definitely be charged.
J-Lo
should be charged.
Oh, Jay-Z.
Khaled should be charged. Rick Ross should be charged. Usher should be charged and tried with him. Or for Justin Bieber alone.
Ooh,
Nobody dislikes being woken up more than this bulbous little guy, and he has something very serious to say about the fact that someone just interrupted his nap.
Uh-oh. That's
The desert
so
rain
cute.
frog and his little legs are too short to jump, so he can't move his plump body away from others as quickly as he'd like to, which is why he developed the most intimidating squeak that he possibly could. The sassy little frog is about the size and shape of a golf ball, and he's adapted well to desert life. When his rotund belly makes contact with the sand, it absorbs moisture from the ground, while the rest of his body absorbs water from any fog in the air around him. And while he may be small and portly, the desert rain frog is incredibly strong too, regularly burrowing 20 centimeters into the ground to conserve water. As nocturnal amphibians, desert rain frogs spend all days sleeping in their burrows, and if anything happens to dig in the same spot, they'll have to deal with this attitude.
Yup, sassy little frog,
I'm
you.
Jen, and I post something positive every day.
Most doctors don't know what the doing. They see you for 4 minutes, they give you a lifelong diagnosis based off that 4-minute evaluation, and then they just manage your symptoms, and they don't have a cure for what's going
That's
on.
crazy.
They call that medicine.
Yup, I agree.
And consequently, Horus was the sun. The sun walked across the sky in 12 steps, called 12 Horuses. H-O-R-U-S, Horus. We today change it around and make it H-O-U-R-S. So it's 12 hours, it's actually 12 Horuses. And the sun brings light into the world. It walks across the sky in 12 steps and brings light into the world. And so consequently, and light in Latin was Lucius, or Luke, Skywalker. He does battle with Darth Vader, the Prince of Darkness. So all of this is very interesting, but it's making the point that the Eye of Horus is also known as the Eye of Ra. It represents the sun and expresses the divine omnipotence of God, the Creator. So in the ancient Egyptian, the sun represented the presence of God.
There was this documentary that was dropped about the House of 200 Demons. So in 2014, Zach Bagans purchased this house, right?
Yeah, okay.
And he decided he was gonna investigate it. Obviously, you know, bro does that shit. But one specific thing that happened to Zach Bagans changed his whole life forever, bro.
What?
You see how he like locks himself
Into the place till dusk until dawn?
So he barricaded himself inside the house.
Oh, nah,
In the
okay.
house. And when he did that, this is what happened to him.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Back the up.
Back the...
You saw the shadow, right? Yeah. So before he didn't wear glasses. After he saw that shadowy figure, he felt something in his eyes. So he ended up developing some sort of like condition that happened out of nowhere. The doctor can't even explain how he got it, but it made him see double vision. And it his eyes, bro. And the only way that they could have possibly fixed it was with surgery. But if they did it, it could have led to him being blind. So now he has to wear prism glasses in order for him to see normal.
No way.
And it was because he saw that figure. Could have been the devil or something, bro.
I never knew that, bro.
And the crazy thing is that every single person that has gone into that house, bro.
Bro, who sit there and counted the demons?
God, there's no way. I mean, this really just happened, and yet no one else is talking about this video. And even though they're gonna kick me off of TikTok for this, I have to show you. But to give you guys
All
some
right, buddy.
as we know, Rihanna is one of the most popular people out there, and she's widely adored by many people. Not to mention her musical ability is really what captivates people. But some people didn't believe that she is who she says she is. Then they started to dig, and what they found shocked everybody. Because apparently what they're saying is that Rihanna actually worships the devil. And it even goes to the extent where they talked about where she herself said that it's true, and that's why she has that symbol over her eye. But then it goes even further, because people are starting to say that her real motive behind doing everything that she does isn't just to worship him, but to push the word to everyone else.
Why is your hand over your eye? Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about? Because I'm a devil worshiper. What are you talking about? Very, very interesting.
Are you guys familiar with Terminator?
I knew that a long time ago. All these celebrities put spells on people through their music.
So pretty much,
I didn't know about the spell part,
they had
but
this concept that
I
AI
did know
would
that
take over
a lot of them were
entire
devil
world. They
worshippers.
would try to perfect the world, meaning they would take out what's not perfect, and what's not perfect is humans. The whole world would be like robots. They would kill all humans, make like a whole robot society. It becomes an apocalypse. Humans are everywhere. Humans are trying to fight back against the robots. There's a whole war.
Were they losing?
They're losing bad. They're losing. But the theory was what they actually wanted from the humans was for them to fight back, for them to work together against a common enemy. And after all of the dust settles and all of the terrible tragedies happen, humans will finally learn from their mistakes.
And learn that they need to like work together.
Yeah, because that's what it would take, would be a common
That's
enemy.
crazy.
Yup, that's crazy.
If you're a Christian, this life is the closest thing you'll come to hell.
Yeah.
And if you're
Wow.
an unbeliever, this life is the closest thing you'll get to heaven.
That's right. That's
And
deep.
atheists are people that are condemning God. They enjoy the sunshine. They enjoy the blessings of their life and their relationships. That every good and perfect gift that they don't thank God for, but they sure do blame God when those things are taken away.
Amen. The closer walk with Christ, the darker the world gets.
Ice Spice Madonna. Upside down cross.
De Medani.
Oof. Hollywood is full of witches.
Juanita Bynum just publicly confessed to being a Luciferian, and the crowd is too dull to hear what she said.
Because the dragon, Satan, because he came from God, he prophesied to Eve. And he said, the Lord know when you eat it, you will have a gross mind like God. He knows when you eat this. That's why God used the woman to bring the Savior back into the world. Because the woman ate the fruit and it did expand her. So you big enough now to carry God.
This woman has just effectively told this crowd that through an act of disobedience, do you have the capacity to release God in this realm? And these folk think this is a revelation. What these people don't realize is that the Luciferian does not view the serpent as the one that caused humanity to fall, but it views the serpent as the one that brought enlightenment to humanity. To the Luciferian, this is the equivalent to Prometheus' flame. They don't believe that the devil caused man to fall, but they believe that Lucifer allowed mankind to have secret knowledge, information, and technology that the gods were trying to keep from man. Brother Abednego was trying to let you all know that this woman is a witch and that she's giving out satanic altars. But now we see that she's also a Luciferian. When people give themselves up over to spirits, those demons will start speaking through them, whether they even understand what they're saying or not. Hello, I'm Pastor Ray Curry, host of The Unction, where we talk about issues like this and we keep the church in the Bible so that we will know what is truth and what is error. So we ask that you will follow us here on TikTok. Also, we ask you to subscribe to our YT channel. Keep us in prayer. We got a lot to do.
All right. God bless you, Pastor.
Baking soda on an empty stomach? Why? It's actually the secret to energy. It buffers lactic acid in your muscles, delaying that burn and fatigue during intense activity. 2, it balances cellular pH, helping your cells produce energy more efficiently. 3, improves oxygen utilization, giving you much more stamina. 4, provides sodium, a crucial electrolyte for muscle and nerve function. 5, enhances nutrients absorption in your gut, giving your body more fuel. 6, reduces systemic inflammation, freeing up energy. And 7, supports kidney function, which is key for maintaining energy levels. And the way to use it, mix 1/4 teaspoon to a 1/2 teaspoon in water on an empty stomach, but don't overdo it. There is a slight danger if not done correctly.
Make sure you use aluminum-free baking soda. No way. I think American Got Talent should stop awarding magic and magicians. They should promote pure, genuine talent.
My Indian friend who lives in London, he told me his billionaire friend buys all this Loro Piana for like 60-70% off. How? It's not even a warehouse. You go to Florence. It's actually called the Mall in Florence. There's Loro there. There's all the top brands. Like, there's Tom Ford there. There's Bottega Veneta. I'm not even pronouncing that correctly. They have all those brands there. And I was checking it out last week, and you can actually mail order it too. I reached out looking at their catalog and everything. There's a $6,000 jacket, US sticker price. And then when I checked on their catalog, $1,500.
Do they have the latest collection? Mm-hmm. It's not like an outlet where it's outdated old stuff.
There's new arrivals.
How do I get this for Loro Piana?
I'll send you the link later, but it's an outlet in Florence called the Mall.
So it's not like a knockoff.
No, it's not a knockoff.
Legitimate thing.
It's legit.
Huh.
What's the point of being billionaire if you still have to worry about 60% off of merchandise?
Mischief made another backward shoe. So this is Mischief's new high top backward shoe that is literally meant to be worn backwards. It is weird to look at and probably even more confusing than their first pair because of the extra high top part of the shoe that would normally go around your ankle but now sits on top of your toes and leaves them open like a pair of sandals. They're similar to the first pair that also left your toes exposed. I had to grab my pair to see what they might have changed up, as well as get them on feet to see which one was better. But the new one gets a strap, some new Mischief branding, an ankle pod kind of similar to a Jordan 6, and flips the original red color to blue. But when you get them on, the first pair was pretty crazy, but the new pair is even crazier.
What happens if you wear it backwards?
Oh, I don't know if this is true or not, but apparently there's a startup company. It's called Sunlight.
Oh, dude, yeah, it's real. 100%
It is real?
It's very real.
If it's dark outside, you can literally purchase Sunlight, and what it does, it gives you a map, and then you click where your house is, or you can do a friend's house, and a satellite pivots to where it imitates the sun.
Yeah.
And you can literally purchase for your house to get direct sunlight at night.
The first people that purchase it, you're going to have 30 minutes or something, and it's like 5 kilometers. So it's like not just your house.
Oh,
you're affecting everyone.
Like,
yeah.
like at 3 a.m., you could literally just have like full-on sunlight and just prank your neighbors or something.
What are some circumstances in which you would want to do that outside of pranking your buddy?
I want them to do the opposite. It's like 5 o'clock after work, and I don't like. I want to go to bed early, but I also want to have people over for a fire. It's like just turn the light off.
What if they can't control the magnitude of the sun reflection, and it's like ants with a magnifying glass, like literally lights us on fire?
Just gone.
You ever hear about the Erwin Saunders case? Oh, he's this YouTuber that went missing, but all of his content was about him searching for fairies.
There's an old clip of a wild couple. I'm gonna end the stream for a while. Starting to get hungry, and I will be back on later with some Final Fantasy 11.